Hello?
Oh no. Yo, what up, King? How we doing?
Yo, what's up, y'all?
Dog,
My bad for being this late. My bad, y'all.
It's a-okay because we just got done with introduction, so you're kind of coming in at the right time. Do you know how to set up your virtual cam and everything?
Oh yeah, I'll just deactivate my. Hello.
Yo.
Hello.
What up, dog? Yo.
Hello, guys.
All right, guys. Welcome in. Nas in the building, guys. For those of you guys who don't know, Nas is a super funny new streamer I met probably like a year ago now at this point. Where did I meet you, dude? Was it like cuties shit?
I think it was I think it might have been, I don't know, it was some random party. It had to be some like random.
Yeah, I don't know, something, but yeah, Nas is cool. Oh no, it was one of Cutie's concerts, 100%. That's where it was. Because I recall that. It was the one where fucking Arky and Yugi did the Jackson 5 or something. Yeah, okay, dope.
I think it might have been the Christmas one. It might have been the Christmas, like a year ago.
Whatever the fuck it was, guys. Welcome in. Nas, introduce yourself to the class. We got a whole ass panel here. Let everyone know what you're about, who you are, yada, yada, yada.
Hello, I am No Siree. I be making music in here on the side. I'm also play sports and do all things of that nature. I just like variety and like that. So yeah, hello.
Can I ask who you share your room with? You have twin beds.
Okay, yeah. So this side, this is you know Laser Boy?
Yeah, I know Laser.
Yeah. This side's mine, you know, the side, and then this side's Laser's. You know what I'm saying? Laser, he's a busy man, so he's never home. So like he just throws his all over there and shit.
And so, and your sides are defined, what seems, by like anime tapestry here. What's going on here?
Yeah.
What's what? I can't make it out right now.
So this right here, this is Death Note for anybody that watches anime, and this is
I thought that was Bleach. I'm an idiot.
This is Soul Eater. That's Maka right there.
Wait, are you a Soul Eater, Andy?
I mean, Soul Eater, it's in my top 10, but I just really like the aesthetic it come with. So that's why I like, you know.
Okay, dope. So Nas, what do you? So you're making a lot. Honestly, that's something I want to bring it up real quick. It's something that I find really cool in terms of like, because you're a younger dude, right? You're in your early 20s, from what I recall.
Yeah, I just turned 21 like three months ago.
You just turned 21?
Oh yeah.
You are. This is perfect. I love. Okay, I'm going to kind of pick on you a bunch.
Oh God,
we're so many things
I'm
interested in. Oh no, I'm unk as I love it. But like I have so much of what I'm talking about today is about like what I assess in a lot of like youth and Gen Z shit. And Gen Alpha even in their like relationship to a lot of different like tech and like dating ideas. Like I think that there's a very strange sort of like discourse. For instance, like one of the first things I really wanted to talk about, because I don't know if you saw like Tobey Maguire was being talked about recently, because the dude's dating someone who's like 30 years younger than him, right?
Oh yeah,
I think he's like in his 50s.
Yeah, he had a 20-year-old on his lap, right?
Yeah.
Wait, how old is he?
Wait, she was 20?
He's like 50, right?
He's 50 something.
Like
she's
damn, 50 years old.
Yeah, which is like, it's a big, but like I was under the impression this woman was like 25. Is she 20 years old?
Yeah, she's what I saw, she's 20 apparently.
That's crazy. Okay, so there are gaps that I think are fascinating, right? Especially because I think a lot of people like in our like general, everyone who exists right now was raised by a parent or, you know, was born of a parent who wasn't really conditioned by online discourse yet. It hadn't really become a thing. And now we have a totally different set of principles and ideals that I think are really funny when looking back, because it's like my dad was like my mom's boss and like almost like 15 years older. That it was incredibly inappropriate and super weird, and the relationship was really bad because of that. But when you look at it, it's like no one was saying that he shouldn't do it, and I find that because she was like 30 years old, you know. And when I keep moving forward and I look at like how a lot of people talk about age gaps, sometimes like, you know, it's like you have a 25-year-old and like a 40-year-old, right? That does seem like a huge gap. Maybe that dude is a bit of a loser for not being more involved in people his age. But to what extent are we like infantilizing people who are like fully capable of making decisions? Do you feel like this is a weird thing? Like, what does your group of people think about this? I need 20-year-old insight right now, Nas.
I feel like anytime it's the age over like 23 or 24, the age gap does not matter when it comes to like people older than them. Because then every time you bring that up to like say like your friends, they'll be like, oh well, my parents have like a 10-year age gap. That's all I've heard. But me personally, my parents are like 2 years apart. So I mean, I don't know.
You also hear people be like, my dad asked my mom out and she said no. And then he kept asking her out and kept following her home from work until she said yes. And now I'm here. And you're like, oh,
yeah.
That's okay. Like, it's just funny how there was no like concept of like what you shouldn't do, or maybe that was just procedure. I don't know. But what do like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and be brave. I'm going to be a really brave and awesome guy. And I'm going to ask the women on the panel what they think now from a woman's perspective.
Thank you so much, Wig. You're so brave.
You're welcome.
You're so brave and so respectful.
I'm 6'4". Okay.
Yeah, I feel like the gap itself is not the issue.
What are we
I feel
talking? Yo, Austin,
the
shut this shit
problem is
up.
like when you date someone too young that doesn't have life experience. You know what I mean? I feel like let's say if you're
Yeah.
dating someone, let's say he's 50 and you're 25, like yeah, the gap is still there. But the person who's 25 probably went to school, and even if you haven't went to school, you're probably like independent, or you can be like financially independent. But let's say if you're dating someone who's 19, 20, they likely just got their first job or haven't gotten their first job. And I feel like that like the power gap is huge. Like if
What
you
y'all
have
mean
to
I'm too dumb for these
rely on the
combos?
older person,
World Suko, thank you
like
for the
advice
6 months or 8 months. Appreciate you, bro.
assistance, that's like too much.
WRLDS
Imagine if
UKO
like
just
Dawes was dating
resubscribed
Vic,
for
like,
8 months.
that's too
WWNS.
much.
Cursed
Yeah,
yelling.
no.
Cursed yelling.
Also, like the ability
Who's
to
going out?
operate from a position of experiential authority to like stop them from hanging out with people, and you know what I mean? Because like you're gonna look to someone who's lived life, and a lot of times, like a dude who's dating someone who's like 10 years younger than him, while someone's like fresh out of college, in college, etc. Like if you're getting that. There's always going to be a dynamic of someone who probably feels like they know a lot, you know, and they love operating from a position of authority, but also like they're probably just kind of like insecure losers, like, and in a lot of ways, you know, especially if they don't have life experience. So
I actually
I
I have a. Oh, Kiko, if you want to go first.
Oh, it's okay. You can. I was just
Bro,
saying, like,
I'm not gonna lie,
I
I'm
think
lost.
that is
I don't know.
why
I
am
forgot what we were
drawn
talking
to
about.
people that are usually older than me. But it's.
I
I
forgot.
don't really think it has anything to do
I
with
forgot,
age.
bro.
But
I'm
it's
lost.
like
I'm
at
lost.
a certain age,
Well,
I feel
podcast
like
is not for me.
I don't know. Like I feel like there's a lot of things that I don't know how to do, like basic life stuff. So I'm really attracted to when people know how to do like basic life stuff.
What
So like
can we?
that
Because
age
this
gap,
is
I
the
wouldn't
most
really
streamer
care.
sentence of all time. Can we build that out a little bit when you say basic life stuff? Yo, Nas,
The
what's
stuff
your
is the
question?
stuff, and it's stuff the stuff.
Wait, so Kiko, when
Okay.
you say like older, like what would be the ceiling to where you're like, oh no.
Younger than my dad.
Wait,
Wait, what?
how
Do
are
we
you and
mean
how
by,
old
like,
is
a
your
year?
dad?
Wait,
Wait,
do
older?
we mean like
If-
like?
What's like the age
Wait.
range
Like
here?
younger than my dad.
But how old is your dad?
Okay.
Do you not? Well, you could ballpark your dad's age. Like, what are we talking about? Are we in the 60s here?
I think like it actually has less to do with age than like life experience, right? So you could be younger
Sure.
and have more life experience than me.
Yeah.
And I would find that attractive. It's just like say if you're 19, you know, you don't really know the things that like a 60-year-old would have went through, you know, like that kind of thing.
I don't know. Also, I'll say this, man. I've taken a gander at Facebook over the last like couple of months because I wanted to go and like check out some old photos. I did. Some of the 60-year-olds aren't living. Some of them are not experiencing new. It's actually psychotic to me how
What you
boring
mean? Am I
and, like,
asking questions for
uninteresting you can
I
become in
forgot
old age,
Semi.
dude. People crystallize and they just look at everything that is new.
Should I
with
bring up
scorn,
Semi?
You
Should I
know,
bring up
you
Semi?
ever hear
When
like
they
a
have
fucking
so
like,
much
Throw
money
Semi allowed?
too.
oh yeah, just because they put in like $1,000 in the S&P 500 like in 1990 and it has gone up.
I'm just
I
imagining
actually
Wake
have, like,
being
a-
mean to people on Facebook. He's like, it's 3 a.m. He's like doom scrolling on Facebook, being like, this guy sucks.
Well, yeah,
Like,
man. When I'm
get a
listening,
life.
when I'm reading like a chud argument about how hip hop is terrible, like I hate people who like crystallize in terms of their tastes. The people who stop like maintaining sensitivity to new things culturally eat me alive, dude. Like I hate old head hip hop. I hate anyone who's like bound to nostalgia and letting it completely color their perspective makes me weep. I get mad because it's not. It's there's no substance to your argument.
It's
just, I was
closed-minded. It
cool
shows like
when
a
this
lack
was
of
popular.
intelligence. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also
For sure.
failing to evolve, like because we live in a time in which culture and technology are advancing so quickly. Like,
Yeah.
if you cannot evolve to the new things, if you can't adapt, like you are going to fall behind and become
also,
irrelevant.
Interesting enough, though, I think
Bro,
algorithms are
you guys
designed
shut the
to
fuck
crystallize you
up,
in a lot of
bruh.
ways because it's going to keep tunneling you
Bruh,
further
like,
into your
damn.
bias. So, like, the you think you're going to keep reading more of. That's how this works. If you stay on a post too long and you're scrolling,
Like,
it'll be
bro,
like, oh, he
they
liked
talk
that.
about serious
So even
topics,
if you're
and
just
I'm gonna
mad
bring
at
up
the-
Semi
I'm mad at
Riz
the
and
argument, it's gonna
Kiko.
pull your shit
Like,
back
nigga,
in, you know
what?
what I mean? Like, I just think it's crazy. Like,
Have you guys seen that
Sometimes it's
thing
like you'll
judging?
see something on X and then you'll like think everyone's talking about it and no one's talking about it, and then you sound like an insane person when you bring it up to someone else. Like if you guys tried to
Yeah.
talk about clavicular to normal people.
Yes,
They don't
have
know
we
what
all
the hell
heard
is
the
going.
news?
They don't.
Have
They
you
don't.
Yeah,
guys heard
Fremont.
Bro,
the
I'm
news?
dead ass here for
We got
ad-libs.
Fremont
I'm
by
dead
the
ass
way
here
as
for
a frat
ad-libs, bro.
leader.
Like just
Oh
I'm
yeah,
the
he's,
live
fucking,
track.
he's an independent. Dude's not even an actual frat guy. It's insane.
It's just some dude.
Insane.
Oh, he's
Much less a
LARPing?
Where were
leader,
you
which
guys
is
when he
where
got
my
mobbed?
position of respect was coming from, that he was a leader of men. You know? Now I'm like,
Yeah.
you're a guy?
Wait, I really want to say this sentence about age gaps.
Please.
I have a weird experience with them because I come from a long line of MILFs. I love to say that because I do. Like
Oh,
cougars,
that's a really fun,
We love that.
like, legacy to
dominant
carry.
cougar women. Yeah, like my mom and one of my grandmothers would exclusively date and marry men like 10 plus years younger than them. And the thing about cougars is that they're very honest about why they're doing it. You know, I feel like older dudes who really like younger women will be like, well, they're just like, we just like connect so much, and they're so fun and they make me feel young. But like cougars will be like, yeah, they're hotter than men my age, and I like to be in charge and in control of them. I don't want a man to order me around. I want a man I can order around. And I appreciate that honesty, I think, in the cougar, you know. But it's the gender dynamics that allow them to be honest. Like men can't really, not saying that all men who date younger women are doing it for power reasons, but they're never going to say that. Even if they are, they'll never say it.
Well, yeah, because, and also, like, to what extent is it
Bro,
permissible to,
shut
like,
the
want to
fuck
wield a
up.
position of, like I don't know.
bro,
like,
I'm
kind of
waiting
like
for my
authority
chance to
in a
say what
way,
I gotta
like,
say, bro. I got a
some
lot of
people
going on in my
enjoy
head right now,
having,
bro.
like,
I got a lot.
even
I
if it
got a
isn't
lot I need to say
exploitative,
right
like
now,
a position of, like, reverence, where people are like, oh, I like that this guy knows stuff, you know, or I like that this woman knows stuff. Is that intrinsically problematic? I don't know. It's an interesting thought.
I think it depends on how much power.
Okay.
No, you go ahead. My bit rate was slower. I just
You
wanted
guys
to
need to
ask
stop being
Charlie,
polite, by the
like,
way.
Oh,
why
it's
she thinks
well, is my
MILFs are
thing
more-
working? Like my audio?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, okay, because it's like I have a delay, so it's kind of hard to like, well, yeah, like how Coco was saying with the bit rate. Yeah, I think it depends. I mean, like, in some ways, I feel like it's somewhat more permissible for women to wield a little bit more power over men, because men have more societal power. Also, men have more physical power and
That's
everything.
a big thing.
So it's
Physical power is a big consideration.
for sure. So it's not like when I like memeify like stepping on men, walking them on a leash, all that shit I've done before, right? I think have the genders be flipped, it would be very different because that's almost like borderline abusive, right? And there's a history of men abusing women.
Well,
I also say another thing about age gap. Sorry, were you saying wait?
I was going to say it's implied based on just like physical power differentials on average between men and women that if a man didn't want to be on that leash, he wouldn't be. You know, at least on a physical basis, right? You could be emotionally manipulated, but it's the reason why there are double. I hate when people are like, reverse the roles.
I'm like, it's just not the same because our society is not equal. So therefore, but I'd also say another thing is like about the age gap relationship. I saw this online. I think this is very true. If a man or a woman wants to date someone way younger than them, look if they have friends that age. So if a guy's like 50 and he's like, oh, like a 20-year-old is not too young for me to date. She's very mature. Do you hang out with 20-year-olds? Do you hang out with 20-year-old men? Do you actually think that? Or like, do you just want to fuck someone way younger than you and have power over them and they're not smart enough to know? Like,
no, I think that there's I also think that a lot of guys just
they're quick with their responses, so it's just like there's no room for me to like just jump into the combo. You know what I'm saying?
Something that's
I'm not going
and exploited. It's why streamers have such a bizarre history of like I would say of celebrities
playing
who have
devil's
a really
advocate.
over
Nigga, man, about LSF.
saturation of like abusive to problematic behaviors in people who've become famous via the internet, because most of them have become famous accidentally on account of their obsession with dumb nerd. And so you have things that they've been maybe patently bullied for, made insecure for being involved with, who now are like, hold on, this person's talking to me. I want them to never talk to anyone else ever again. You know, it's because they're scared nerds and they like to leverage their power.
And that's why I think there's a lot of like, I don't want to say like sex pestery, but
bro,
like definitely because it's like,
go ahead, quick promo your new song. Have you said one word? You're such a bro,
throwing themselves at him, and it gets.
It goes to his ego way too much.
Yeah.
Well, because they don't know how to. It's like a bioweapon. Like they don't know how to like metabolize the idea of someone liking them yet, so they just spiral into like delusions and fear.
And every time I'm mute, I just forget what I like.
Fame is usually like not very.
How are we on fame,
like
bro?
it's,
Podcasts
like,
be moving too quick.
Like the people that become like massively successful and like famous, they're usually like very intentional. Like they have to have a certain type of personality. Like these people want power, they want fame at like at any cost, right? And those people are gonna be like, they're gonna be something. They're gonna be kind of off. It's gonna be like
you're saying they're like kind of like
American Psycho
sociopaths
type
in a way.
people. Yeah,
That's the
and
worst
also,
consequence of social media, dog.
Yeah, yeah, and also
I mean,
like
I
at
feel
the
like
age
that's
they
true.
become famous, they freeze
sure.
mentally around that time. So I feel like maybe it's also like a
So
trauma
Nas, you're
response
fucked,
where
bro.
they'll date people that
You're stuck at 20 forever, dude. You're
What that
Yeah.
mean?
No, he's
No,
21. He
frozen.
can drink.
Oh yeah. It feels so weird being able to like walk into a place and be able to like order a drink now. It's kind of
that's crazy.
Like I unlocked a part in life, like a new level.
Wait, so you didn't have that trajectory? Because like by the time I was 21, I was over drinking. Like I feel like so many people in my like demographic of because like I started drinking when I was like 14. Like we would like steal liquor and f- around and do stupid. Yeah, dude, I was a delinquent child.
Wait, what was this in the South or were you in
but
Texas
like,
then too?
yeah,
That
but I
makes
mean,
sense.
it's not like a
Okay.
Southern
Yeah,
thing
what
because
else
I'm from
is there to
Austin.
do?
Austin is a very like, it's why I don't. No one I knew had an accent. No one I knew identified as like a Southern person. They were all just like we like smoking
Wait, where
weed
are you
and watching
from, Wade?
Jackass. Austin.
Oh, okay. You are a
That's
Texan.
the only reason I stream. Yeah,
That's-
yeah.
you
look like you are
I
from
met
the
streamers
north.
living here. You what?
You look like you are of like Viking
I look
stock
like-
of like the
like
north. Like I don't think
Minnesotan
you're
or
from like
something.
Wisconsin. Yeah, Midwest.
Yeah, I'd see
like,
that for
what?
sure.
I thought you were gonna say I looked like a predatory yoga instructor. So I'm happy that you didn't do that.
You do also like a
lot of
little
that.
bit,
Yeah.
like a little bit.
like the perverted.
That's what-
Like you're
tennis
offering them
instructor or
ayahuasca
something.
at like a Tulum retreat. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
No,
well
because
bred.
Vanessa, I'm well bred.
The accent.
Yeah. Well, your product of like good breeding, probably. Like like it's just like good genetics.
That's a eugenics thing. Sure, that's
Oh, I
insane.
didn't
But
mean
thank
that.
you.
I didn't mean
Yo,
that.
why are y'all laughing, bro?
I just meant like you look good for like your biological.
No. My dad was a weird man. He literally
Oh.
told. So my father was very old when he had me. He was in his late 40s, and I remember he told my older sister told me this because I have a half sister. I have two. One of them is 25 years older than me. And he told my sister when he met my mom that she would be good to breed with. That was his sentence. And
What?
that is weird as yeah.
I don't like.
So
Wait,
No,
I'm
no one likes
also
that.
from
This is not
very old
we don't
stock
revere
as
this,
well.
by the way.
I'm lost.
So
you're
40s
also-
and
are you
30s.
the old nut?
Yeah. So my
That's
my
why.
father, my parents were 52 and 44 when I was born.
Oh, you're
so I
old
was like
everything.
the last sperm there was, the last.
You were the
egg.
last
Wait,
all
do
of
you
it.
have
I
older
was the
siblings?
last sperm.
That's crazy.
I have an older brother, so he was
Oh,
born
okay,
before
okay,
me,
okay.
but I'm the youngest.
Oh.
Oh my God. Yeah,
accident.
that's crazy. Yeah. So I think that there's something to be said for the old sperm and then developing weird neurodivergent interests in geography.
Yeah,
now.
no, Will Neff is an
definitely-
old sperm too.
Yeah.
like a
all the old
super
sperm I know
sperm.
are like they're like all the old sperm I know in media, especially, they're all like really cool autistic people. That's
Yeah,
like how
yeah, yeah.
like, there's definitely something to be said for like the weird misshapen head and up tail that made its way to the egg.
Do you think we become more tismy with old parents? Because like my father was like the tism warrior himself, so I don't think there's a way I could have avoided it. But I'm like, is it worse when
No,
they're
there
don't
are
know.
studies done on that. Yeah, like autism
Yeah,
is
like
far
the
more
later.
likely. If I think it's the father's age that matters.
Yeah, let's hear the
most.
Tolkien scholars' take on the heritability of
Yeah.
autism, please.
Why not
Let's
autistic?
just-
I think yeah.
Listen, I don't have an old dad, but my dad is a very powerfully autistic man.
Okay,
But
powerfully
yes,
autistic is
old-
great. It sounds like he's a
How
wizard.
Well, he's
Twin.
6'5" and just he's so big and he's so autistic, but also ADHD. So it's just like
Oh, he's
this,
on a
like
yeah.
Oh,
it's on another level of
That's not
like.
Wait,
He's
my
on the
father's a
ultra list.
6'6" ADD man, and he's also evil like Wake's dad. Our parents have so much in
Whoa.
common.
Oh
That's-
yeah.
well, my dad's
oh wait,
kind
so
of
you're are you
nice.
white dad Asian mom?
Of course, you don't even have
Okay.
to ask.
Well, that's I've been shocked. There's been a lot of Asian dad white mom representation lately. I mean,
No,
that's cool,
I mean,
dude.
I have cousins like that. I love to see it. The tides are changing. Like it used to be yellow fever,
Yeah.
and now they just like met working at Microsoft, and you're like,
Well, no,
whatever.
there's hold on. There's still yellow fever. It's just now become remarkably popular.
Well,
I think that.
Well, yes, but it's not 100%. It used to be like 100% back in the day.
oh
if you
yeah,
saw
yeah,
the
yeah.
old couple
Of them being like,
yeah.
oh, this is a
It's
wonderful
more like-
submissive
I
bride
feel
for
like
me.
it's-
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
you guys said, it's less
Like, you're telling me not to
like when you
mute?
see, like,
but then
this is weird for me to say.
like y'all telling me not to mute, but then y'all saying some in the
I'm like,
like Shut the
No, when
fuck
I see
up.
that, because I
going on
literally see
here?
my parents, I'm like, I hate it.
Like
I'll
I
be
just
honest,
just
even
because
in
I
new
have friends with
context-
that combination, and it's like
No,
the dad is never a nice guy, but it's like young couples now. It's like I'm like
I don't
have
like
any
discarding
feelings
it.
about it.
I'm gonna white guide the whole conversation and tell you what I think. Okay, I think that it is, if anything, a testament to how socialized like our preferences are sexually. Because the second the cultural exports of K-pop and anime became codified into popular culture, suddenly, and I mean this, and I think it's actually really interesting and cool, as a matter of fact, I remember Asian men having such a difficult time dating growing up. Like, it was something that was just constant ridicule. It's a total shift in like fetishization, like overt fetishization. And I think it's an interesting kind of shift in like how people perceive what is or isn't attractive, right? This idea that we just have innate preference is really dumb to me. I think that everything is built based on what we encounter growing up, what we're socialized with. Like,
For sure,
if I track any preference I ever thought I had when I was younger, it was always based on media I was consuming. Always.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, now you have like non-Asian girls looking at a dude who isn't even Korean at the coffee shop and being like, oh my God, oppa, daddy. And I'm just like, damn, see, now they're getting fetishized just like Asian and mixed Asian women always were. But, you know, I'm glad my Asian brothers are getting some love. I never like fell into that trap of like
No,
only
shout out
dating white
Asians.
men. Yeah.
Let's
or
go.
even dating them at all.
Can
was
I-
like,
can
I
I ask
think
a
Asian
question now?
stock is on the rise. Like when I
Oh.
was little, like being a kid, I'd be made fun of for being Asian. You know what I mean? Like I'd bring in my lunch, and people would be like, "Yo, that shit stink." Or they'll be like, "Why are you not eating like a donut or a sandwich?" Like I got rice or something from my parents.
Weren't you raised in Canada?
Yeah, but like Canada is
Yeah,
like
a lot of
it's kind of like
Asians in
US where
Canada.
it's there are, but at the same time, it's like back then. I think when things were less like as better or worse like PC. Back then, like I'd be ridiculed for being like immigrant, for being in like ESL class. You know, people would make fun of me for that fact. But I feel like now in the past 10 years, like people are rewarded for like having multicultural interests and like especially if you're non-Asian. If you're non-Asian, you like Asian things, like you're rewarded for that. I think like cultural exports like K-pop, anime, things are that stuff is mainstream now. Back in the day, it was not mainstream. Like
sushi and ramen as well. The food is also a cultural export that is like a part of you know, an entire aesthetic that's being taken on. Now, can I ask a question that I?
Oh, go ahead. Wait.
I want to steer it in a direction. Sorry, I'm going moderator mode. Nas,
Huh?
I got to know, because this is something I want to see. You're like a young guy. What would you describe your like type of like person you're attracted to be? Like if I were to ask, what do you find attractive? What would you say to me?
You ever heard about the fox?
Like the fox?
Nah, never mind.
I've heard of foxes. No. Build this out. What the fuck are we doing?
No, it's like a little inside joke. I forgot that, you know what I'm saying? Like, inside jokes don't spread everywhere. So it's just like you see the fox behind me?
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's
Okay,
not
so
really
your
much
chat right now is like going crazy because they think you
You're
want to fuck that fox.
No. I'm not a furry. I'm not a furry. It's just a niche joke. It's just niche. But I'd say,
Can we
It would've
explain
been
the whole
cool if
origin
you
of this
were.
then? Yeah, we're down. I'll fuck with it.
I love
Hey, man,
talking to
you're
them.
free to
They're
be
so
you.
interesting.
I can guarantee you, I'm not a furry. It's just it's this.
I'm not a furry.
It's this girl that I know, and her she has fox in her name. So that was the joke.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
okay.
like-
Is
Okay.
it Jen
Wait, so
Fox?
No, her name's Yuki Fox. And yeah.
So
Okay.
Asian, we got
So
it.
Asian.
What you mean? What you mean?
We got him.
Oh my
We got
This is
him.
what I was trying to get
Got
to.
him
Okay.
caught.
Hold on. If I were to say, growing up, did you do you find yourself having, I know this might seem loaded because we do have a very Asian panel today. Did you find yourself attracted to Asian women as a man growing up? in the
Growing
US?
up?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say so. I feel like now usually it's just if you look good, you look good. Like that's just me.
I agree.
And I feel
But
like
do you find Asian people looking good a lot?
I mean, yeah. I feel like I find a lot of people looking good a lot, you know, or not a lot, not anymore. But it's just like,
Sorry? Oh, okay, wait. Hold on. Okay, I get it. Yeah.
it's just like now like when I moved to LA, there's just predominantly Asians around me specifically. You ever heard of OSCS? You know the allegation they got.
Yeah, I mean I know.
Like,
do you guys know about OSCS as a group?
Kiko was in a bathtub in fries with Arky.
What's OSCS?
OSCS.
On some chill shit. It's our group.
It's like a content group, and it's just a bunch of dudes who hang out with Asian girls.
Whoa! No.
I don't mean that in a bad way.
No, we could put
that. Is that not like all of Twitch? Is not all of Twitch just like a group of men and a group of Asian women?
That is all it is. It is.
Like, did you not see us in China?
They want to have. That's it.
Like the commentary I got from that, it was like, "What is this? What is every woman and not a single man is?"
But I also
it's like actually interesting to. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No. I would much rather hear what you have to say.
I remember, like there was I grew up in a very like white area in Australia, so there wasn't a lot of like Asians around me like at all growing up. And I remember there was this guy that I really liked, and I remember he would use like his reason for not wanting to be with me was like, oh, but she's Asian, so I don't want to be with her. And I like that really stuck with
I would
me
hear
because
that stuff a lot growing up.
I wasn't really.
Oh, you too, Wake? I heard that shit too.
Yeah, no, it was always insane to me. But I also I was raised in a really like multicultural, like I went to a really multicultural high school. Like I didn't have like a group of like.
I thought he meant as in
there
like
wasn't like a homogenous sort of vibe going on. I didn't have like one like demographic I hung out with a lot.
I completely
because of just where I was raised. So because of that,
I completely didn't get
it was
that.
Something that I hear people say, and I never could really wrap my head around it. Of being like, "Oh, I don't find like black women attractive," or "I don't want to date Asian women," or I was just like, "What were you talking about, man?" And maybe it's just me being, I don't know, like.
No, I think some people are like that. I was raised in a literal county that was engineered. You can read the planning to be racially diverse, so it was like the most diverse woke land ever.
Wait,
and
they designed it to be woke.
Yeah, so they took from a bunch of different the urban planner. He took from a bunch of different neighborhoods where he read them racial demographics over across the lines to where people would not go to school together usually to make it like super diverse. So like. Of course there was racism, but yeah, of course it wasn't like it was something you would hear like that, but not as much. Everyone thought I was Latina growing up, and the white kids got bullied at my middle school because they were so rare.
Question: is that part of the Asian curse? Is everyone assuming you're Latina?
I mean, it's not a curse, you know. I love Latino people, mi gente. But yeah, like especially when you grow up and you're tan, when you still go outside as a child, like
into code switching now. You're
no, literally.
I will be Latina.
Yeah, especially if you're like jungle Asian, everyone thinks you're Latina. So
I'm sorry.
Oh, she's allowed to say that.
I'm allowed to say that.
Man,
That's
I don't. Can we specify? For the
like
audience
if you're Southeast Asian, like I am, where you like get tan in the summer and you're tan as a child and all that, you are always assumed to be Latina. Growing up,
you're making that's like palpable.
I think,
wait, what did she say?
Also, like online preferences, like are not real life. Like before I started Twitch streaming, like pre 2020,
my brain dead as be going
I feel
blank
like
randomly.
I had like very minute, like racist encounters. For example, I went to a very white college, and so I feel like I was not considered attractive. Not to toot my own horn, I feel like I'm not like an ugly person. I'm probably just like decent looking, but I would get like rejected a lot by guys. It was difficult for me to like get into school clubs. But then once I went on Twitch, I was like, yo, Asian stock is way up. I think it so happened on the same
now
time.
You're thriving.
Yeah, I'm
now you're throwing down.
Wait, I thought like white guys like type
everywhere.
was Asian.
I don't know. It was just in my
here's the thing.
I didn't
have
depends
on the
were
kind
you
of
raised
white
around
guy.
like were you raised around like a lot of white dudes?
I was raised in a very Asian community, and then like I moved to a white school, and then I got very like hard racist on. I
would say that I think there's a very significant selection bias in online spaces towards men who were kind of like socially sequestered or like traumatized on some level, and they found respite in niche communities that oftentimes involve things like anime or other East Asian cultures. So you have on Twitch of people who are getting a lot of social needs met online. Sorry to roast some of you in chat, but like, you know,
but I'm hearing
I still love you, but you gotta hear it. I think you have a lot of people who are biasing like the sort of escapist niche communities that would be representative of like East Asian interest in the United States.
See, some of y'all niggas is dead just shouting shit at me, and I look in the chat, niggas say he's not talking to you, black boy. Like, nigga, someone handle that nigga, please.
And they are looking to look at Asian women because they have been conditioned to seek that out based on their media diet. They're like, oh, that's hot. You know?
Yeah, they're definitely the loudest voices.
I actually have a really nice transition here because Sear's in the waiting room. Sear. Sear, welcome in. Sear. Vincenzo. Hello, hello.
Can you see me?
I cannot see you. You're going to throw that virtual camera on if you can on OBS, and you'll pop up unless you're not using OBS. But Sear, you were raised in Hawaii. We were talking about this.
Can you hear me?
White boy. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
I cannot see you though.
I feel like that's rare.
Yeah, Sear grew up in Hawaii and like, go.
Hawaii.
Turning on camera now. Stand by.
There it is.
Hey, come on. I got to introduce a little bit of chaos.
Yeah, welcome in. Vincent, why don't you introduce yourself to the class real quick before I do the parlay?
Hello, everybody. My name is Sear, CYR. I'm Guy. Ready to be here for conversation. 36 years old. And, yeah, I mean, shit. Fuck, like.
Can we talk about the body behind you, though?
Oh, that's Mike.
Oh, yeah, what the?
Yeah.
Does Mike get an introduction as well?
Nah.
Mike?
Scared the crap out of me.
We don't talk.
I thought it was a motor or something.
What do you?
No, it's a dead body. That's it.
It's got a lot of weight to it.
What do you do to Mike?
As dead bodies do, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, but wait. To answer your question, yes, I did live in Hawaii. The good old 808. Uamalka ilka aina.
So we're talking a lot about how we arrive at like preference, like romantically, sexually, etc., and how it's so socialized, especially in regards to like how a lot of people on Twitch, if they found like community in online spaces involving niche interests like anime, etc., that they're just going to be more into East Asian things and probably find women reflective of those features to be attractive, right? Growing in Hawaii, did you find that changed your like preferences? Because like that's like very demographically distinct.
That's a really good question. Like, basically what it was is that I had just, I was watching so much anime. I wanted what I saw in that anime, and I figured, hey, Japan, I'll go beyond all of that. I'll take whatever I can get. And so that's basically what that was. So.
I'll take what I can get.
No, but really, I mean, in Hawaii, that was pretty much my social circle. I moved from Hawaii to Los Angeles, and my social circle was all Asian dudes and Asian girls. And me not being able to have the social skills to transcend my own social circles.
Okay, so Gummers.
Nor the confidence. So that was kind of my dating circle.
You were an unconfident man?
Is the Nas
I was. There was a time.
Or is he just here for Black History Month?
There was a time where,
what the are you talking about?
I didn't even know. Unless like they were in a social circle. It was crazy.
So there's hope for Twitch chatters then, is what I'm hearing. Beautiful.
I'd like to say, I think there's hope for Twitch chatters. You just got to go out and challenge yourself. I mean, if you stay in a comfort zone for too long,
I think they're too afraid.
Well, that's all. First of all, I think that's all incel culture is, by the way. I think that it has become a sort of like incubation chamber for
gay
the
black
like
man.
Once traumatized socially or romantically, who find a ton of confirmation bias in similarly scared and wounded people. And it just becomes this echo chamber of people being like, yep, something bad also happened to me once. And because of that, I am defining my relationship to women and romance forever, And you keep hearing more trying to arm yourself with knowledge, in the recesses of the internet. And you never like go back out and realize that like there's a really attractive woman right now at the grocery store with a dude who looks like Gimli, and she's stoked, No,
they just have confirmation bias. They don't look at like regular couples because they act like, oh no, you need to be 6 foot, hottest, richest. I'm like, bro, your dad's 5'7", chopped his shit, and he had you. Like, it's possible.
Also, like,
you just need to be realistic.
You're also the outcome of a very long bloodline of chopped. Like you.
I mean, listen, men.
Well, like I feel like
men. Unfortunate men have been having sex for a very long time, historically speaking.
Yeah.
Farmers, any kind of class of worker, they've all been getting laid. There's no excuse.
Yeah, dunk on farmers today, Sear.
No. I'm just saying.
Like
I'm talking.
Maybe not.
A farmer before.
I do think that before.
Wait.
I think that in societies in which women have like the ability to be slightly more independent, I do feel like there are theories of like the idea of a surplus male, like men who were unmarriageable for some reason. And we created a society in which they became marriageable because women were forced to be with them. And now that
you're 1000% right on that.
We do have these surplus men, and normally we send them to war to die. But I mean, I hope we don't do that now because I don't want anyone to go to war to die.
It sounds like history was just a crazy mess of expectations depending on your gender.
Well, of course. I also think that there's something to be considered for, like, we exist in an unprecedented kind of window of labor opportunity where physical strength isn't the determining attribute that guarantees employment. Whereas, like, a lot of work once upon a time was built upon, like, to what extent you could provide things by way of physical labor, because there wasn't a need for, like, engineers in the same way. You know, there was just, like, rich people being funded by patrons of the arts tinkering with metal. And now you have, like, a very, like, legitimate kind of demand for people to just be present at a desk and, like, have, like, strong people skills and be organized, which could bias a lot of the things that we tend to, like,
I'm not gonna lie,
praise and
I already don't know where we're at,
you know,
bro.
where
I'm
we
lost.
let men be boys and be unruly and, you know, irresponsible. Women aren't really afforded that. And so now, like, women are, one, more employed and wealthier in the 18 to 30 demographic than men are for, like, the first time ever. And that's a very interesting conundrum.
Bro, can I have, like,
so isn't it just natural selection at that point that we're just letting, because it's not even like, I think there's a stereotype that, like, men need to be super hot, super rich, all that. But I think a lot of couples prove to us that, like, as long as he's a generally enjoyable person, he, you know, is normal, he might has somewhat of a job, like, he can get a partner. He might not get, like, a Victoria's Secret model, but he can get a partner. So if anything, we're just weeding out the toxic incel men. Like, that is natural selection. I feel like that's completely fair.
It's slowly happening, guys. Finally, after
it's
all of this, it's finally happening.
Yeah. No, I think it's more like there's, like, a social Darwinism to it, right? Of, like, people, like, who are, but I don't see it as, like, intrinsic. I don't think that people are just some are just, like, you have some people, but I think for the most part you have people who are, like, they have a experience.
Wait, we don't have people. Name one person.
I'm gonna need stats. I'm gonna need my stats I'm gonna need stats by the end of this, bro.
Name one shitty guy, all right?
I'm gonna need stats.
I challenge you.
Yeah, we've never, I mean, that's why we're so lucky, you and I. But no, like, I just think that it's, I guess I have.
How much words I got out? Let me know.
I don't think there's
how much
enough,
words I got out.
Like,
how much mutes I got
influence, and I don't think that it is as profitable or as immediately viral, and that's a huge problem in, like, how men are, like, being conditioned to think about love and relationships. That
like
it's
enough
way
positive
more,
masculine influence. Yeah, for sure.
It doesn't exist. Like, what can I ask you, Naz? Like, what's your experience as, like, a young dude? Like, what were, like, sentiments that you heard about, like, dating or, like, women that stuck with you growing up? Like, how did people, like, treat it? You're, like, a very normal guy to me, by the way, so I find it interesting to hear what you have to say.
Wait, like elapse, like.
All right. So to elaborate, I'm saying, like, did you find that? What were, like? Did you, like, meet, like, pickup artist stuff of guys being like, this is how you get women to like you? Like, what were, like, the older brothers saying? You know, what were they telling you about women when you were a kid?
Well, me, I feel like I wasn't really being told anything about that because I'm the only boy. I recently just had a little brother, and I never really talked to nobody about, like, girls. I just wanted to make everybody
Did you feel like you couldn't?
comfortable. I didn't feel like I couldn't. I feel like I'm a very approachable person when, like, I want to be. It's just that I just never wanted to cross any boundaries, so I probably wouldn't. Like what is that thing called?
Internet, though?
Wait, what do you think the boundary is, though? Wait, hold on. Wait, that's interesting. What do you mean by that?
Like, dry approaching. Like, I just never did that. Like, I would never see a girl.
What's
like
a dry approach?
A dry
approach is like I see a girl, I go up talk to a girl right now.
Yeah, cold approach.
Cold approach. That's what I meant. So like if you see a girl,
dry approaches.
I was like, no lube, okay.
Wait, what? My bad. No, I'm using the wrong words and shit. But, like, I'm talking about, like, if you see, like, a girl and then you think she's, like, cute, like, just go up to them and just. I never, like, dated off of, like, or, like, off looks. So it would just.
You want the experience to happen naturally if it does. And you're okay with that.
Like over.
You don't see leaving a situation as, like, I had 10 losses because I didn't talk to those 10 girls, basically.
Yeah,
but that's like a weird gamification of dating.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I think that what I'm hearing that's way more interesting is that it seems like it's been, like, somewhat, like, vilified to have a curiosity about someone and to talk to them in a way that isn't, let's say, like saturated with expectation. which is like it's not a weird thing to be like, oh, this person, like, I love to give like an honest to God compliment to someone that has no expectation to it, that's about something they control, is like a positive thing, I think, generally. To be like, I just want to say, I think you have like awesome style. Your shoes are cool as hell. And like to be able to walk away from that and feel like that was just a positive exchange, I think is okay. What do you guys think as ladies? I don't know.
That it's a good thing, because I'm going to say this as a queer, I've dated a lot of women, non-binary people, and I only date bisexual men. This is, I'm going to diagnose this as a heterosexual problem, because this is something that I think is really bad. I think that straight women and straight men need to actually start doing the cold approach, because what they're doing is like cutting off like any opportunities, and now the youngins are not dating, and I think that's a bad thing. Like a cold approach doesn't have to be aggressive. Like I cold approach people all the time if I'm attracted to them. I'm like, hey, what's up? You look cool. I like what you're wearing. Like Wake is saying, like you can genuinely just like it's scary, but you just gotta go for it, you know.
And I think if anyone, you realize that it's always nice. No one is going to be mad that you gave them an honest compliment. Now, granted, don't be like, you're so hot, you know, but like,
you can go in with the intention
don't get freaky with it.
Yeah, you can just go in there with the intention of having a wonderful conversation and leaving when you feel like it's a natural time to leave, as opposed to going in there with the intention of being like, all right, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to lock this in 5 minutes. All right, set a timer. I'm going to go in there.
I was such an
autistic
make a
good friend. Who knows?
Like, I was so worried about how to, like, I didn't feel like I could ever really talk to people, like, organically. I could only have, like, really intense one-on-one detailed conversations. I didn't know how to be, like, sociable in a day-to-day context, right? And so I remember I would, like, research how to talk to people. And one of the things that I was lucky that I didn't find, like, toxic communities. I'd find things on, like, Reddit back when it was, like, kind of, like, started. This is, like, when I was in high school. So, like, early 2010s, late, like, mid 2010s. And everything was about, like, be willing to, like, learn what it means to just have good interactions with people with no expectation behind it, because that's, like, the foundation of connection. Like, you have to be willing to just, like, think about what people are actually putting time and effort into, what they're interested in, and, like, engage with them on that. If you see someone reading a book, which I guess is now a useless thought, but, like, if you did and you were like, yo, that's, like,
are you reading Nietzsche?
You know?
Oh my God.
What do you think of that? You know, what do you think of the book? Or, like, asking, like, I don't know, man, anytime I see something that's within someone's control and I genuinely think it's cool, I would, like, force myself when I was, like, 19, 20 to go out of my way to be like, yo, I think your shoes are awesome. And that's it, you know?
What if they're reading Bill O'Reilly?
Oh my God, dude. The Bill O'Reilly books, insane.
Wait, what book is that? What book is that?
My father.
Someone tell me, what book is that? What book is that? What book is that? What book is that? What book is that?
Was he a talk radio listener? I grew up with a talk radio dad.
He was a Republican, TV talk person. My mom was in love with him, and he would write books and saying, like,
what do you mean?
You know, the books were basically
like a book about a book about Marley.
Yeah, I was saying, like did you guys have dads that put you in, like, talk radio? Like conservative talk radio hell every road trip. It
Fox
would just
News, Rush
Bill O'Reilly, Sean
shit.
Hannity.
Yes, absolutely. That was my childhood. Yeah.
I hear it when I close my eyes still.
But, you know, interestingly enough, it had an opposite effect.
Why does everyone here have an evil dad? Like, it seems like that's like the common trend.
I think it's a product of the internet.
Yeah,
that was.
It makes you cool and interesting to have an evil dad.
I also want to say that, like, to become the kind of person who's trying to make online content is already weird. Like, it's already a divergent thing, because a lot of people are legitimately fulfilled by, like, marrying the person they loved when they were 20 and, like, getting into a deeply serious and grounded, like, rhythm of life where they work at the same a lot of people are actually, like, that's most of the world, and they're pretty stoked to have stability and love and community. And to be someone who's constantly seeking for more isn't exactly indicative of a lot of normalcy in terms of upbringing.
For sure.
So I think that online spaces are dominated by people who have, like, a kind of dysphoric idea of what a good life is. And I'm willing to
Wait, I have a question about.
No, that's true, though. That's very true. Especially, I mean, God, just I moved to LA last year, and God, it's like everyone here. You know, everyone.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a bad thing, but it's people
I don't want to be like everyone else. It's like, that's such a weird thought that, like, removes you from loving people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but what I mean is like a need for, like, it's not necessarily a superiority complex, but just like
what do we talk about
for more? Whether that's
wait, someone give me a TLDR.
I don't know, like a deep creative drive. It can be malicious and it can be totally neutral, but it's
wait, what are we talking about?
Stressful.
Oh yeah.
It's stressful.
It's like main character syndrome. I think in like content creation spaces and like creative pursuits, like you're rewarded for that.
Exactly.
You put a lot of people in front of each other who all think they're the main character.
Yeah. Well, especially
at least
when
my experience was, I think it's also the type of people that a place like Los Angeles attracts, at least in my experience. People are going there for a purpose and they're going there for a goal. It's not all places and all cities in America that are usually that.
I think that to want to live in the United States on a fundamental level as a non-American involves an aspiration beyond what is, or like an interest in the promise of like opulence, of success, of like status. In a lot of respects. Granted, there is just like fundamental disparities in opportunity, but the whole idea of like what American culture is like self-exceptionalism of like, I'm going to be better. I can make myself better. I can advance and I can ascend. That's all we really have is like a common line. In my opinion, I think that there obviously is more nuance.
I mean, I think it's true because our country is great to be rich in. Like, if you can make a lot of money, it's great. We have the rich.
It's laser screaming
at everyone.
You can just you can have everything. It sucks to be
I don't got no TLDRs. Can we get captions?
I'm sure some of us
we might need captions.
But in like Europe, it's not like frankly, by American standards, it's not as awesome to be rich. They really do make you
get
pay
laser
your
in
dues.
there.
You do actually have to contribute to society.
Laser might make
because they have robust
laser gets in this call,
so they
might make enemies.
They don't need that necessarily. Like, you can be middle class and still have a lot of the quote unquote luxuries that we have, like healthcare and time off.
It also does
and then when you achieve ultimate final wealth, billionaire wealth, you get away with everything. They let you do everything.
Yeah,
and we're seeing that currently.
Look at Epstein.
It does get worse, by the way. I'm very lucky in that before things shifted, I was able to, before COVID especially, I was able to do a lot of travel, and I did go to virtually every single country in Latin America, and to be. Like middle class you're just poor. Like everyone's just poor, and you have like 6 overlords who are like all like white European people with who are like clearly the product of European colonialism. Like they're the only people there who are still European. They still own everything, and it gets worse in other places. And I think that a lot of times as like Americans, because we know that other comparably wealthy countries have better social services, we're like, to be American sucks. Like it is still it gets worse. It might not be as spiritually dead in like impoverished communities in like Peru, but it is like by way of resources significantly like it just is.
Oh, for sure. I mean, they're trying to turn that into us.
Shit.
Yeah. We can have our AI overlords soon.
Wake is good at talking, bro.
I saw this post. I was like, okay, what happens now? Like,
I'm not a yapper.
There's 10 trillionaires. They own everything.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
We can't contribute to the market all it anymore. We're cooked. But
that's okay.
I mean, eventually they get killed. They get dragged out into the streets and killed. Eventually that happens. Like, I'm just saying that there's only historical precedent.
They told me to get started.
When they're like,
I'm tired.
They are eating babies. They're doing it. Like, it's crazy. They're like, there's a whole list, and it's like,
and we're still paying them taxes.
It's comic book villainy. Like,
and they don't even need us anymore, which is the scariest part. They have like a lot of the techies, the billionaire techies, like the prevalent idea there is this kind of twisted transhumanism, which is transhumanism at a very basic level is human become computer, upload consciousness to Matrix, whatever.
In a lot of ways.
Discord, take Palantir ID now, please.
Like, and it's like they don't need us, like the proletariat. We are no longer necessary. They want robot servant, not flesh servant. And that's what freaks me out. Is because they can move
to buy stuff. I feel like they still need us to be like the end product. You know what I mean? Like that's our purpose now.
Right now they can't manufacture it, so that's like kind of. But like I do think like there's a legitimate threshold of discomfort that always ends in just like violent revolution. Like that's kind of why when everyone's like I have no hope, it's like I do think that eventually the people in charge
need to be more
of the
French. Like that's like the one good thing about
because
France.
We love to work.
Yeah, no, France. Two good things about France: they drink outside and smoke outside all day. I love that. And then like one small little thing happens, like they tried to lower their retirement age, I think, by like 2 years, and they were like, "We're burning down Paris," and I was like, "That's fire. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But I was just curious, do you guys feel like objectively things are getting worse on like quality of life? Because I can't tell because I'm very chronically online. So whenever I doom scroll, it's like clavicular or like things are getting worse, Epstein files. But like,
You
is
have
that
no
reflective
real
of real
intel.
life? Yeah. Is that reflective of real life, or do you guys feel like it's just like, you know, people are grifting, so they're selling you polarizing things?
Well,
I think it's reflective of
life
the
has
average
gone down.
person's life. Yeah.
Can I
would
just
define
transmute that a
sneaker
little bit
equation.
and ask is
I
like,
would
now
say
it's like,
these
what do like
sneakers
20-year-old people think about this shit? Like, what do you guys think about
fuck.
the like
What's it gonna be?
possibilities ahead of you? What do you think of like the outcomes of everything as of late?
Well,
Like, are you guys like are you just apathetic? Do you
there's
not
gonna
care?
be one day where the power grid everywhere just shuts off, and then it's gonna be literally anarchy. It's gonna be literally anarchy. So it's just like we just waiting for that day. Yes.
That's like, and so like a lot of people are like, why would I save for retirement or like go to my annual checkup because like things are like everything's gonna implode. Like I just don't care.
Like I don't see any point anymore. I'm like, well, I'm probably gonna be dead. I don't know. Like I feel like climate change is gonna f me. I don't
A
know.
long time.
I remember I was talking with Alex Botez, who like loves to go to these like transhumanist kind of like seminars and learn from these like you know, like the aspirations of the tech people. And they're like, look, we're either creating biological immortality or we're all dying within our lifetimes. It's like, that's like, it's one of the two, which I think might be a little like doomsday. But I do think these are like actual considerations of like, okay, yeah, we're either all going to live forever or the rich people are going to live forever or, you know, the world is going to explode. So retirement might not really be a thing to consider.
Maybe we're just hitting our, you know, our great, what is it called? The Great Wall or whatever, the filter. We're hitting our filter.
We're gonna build such a big one. The biggest one.
Hertz Kazat video ads.
Maybe this is, it's like, okay, imagine society is like a roguelike game, if you guys play roguelike games, and this is the run.
Yeah.
And, you know, we made it pretty far this time. We really did. We made it to the second level. And maybe it's just Dunsky's this time and whatever's next. Maybe they'll learn.
We are just we're just characters in a Civ 6 game, and like someone's gonna hit like nuclear robots and we're just cooked and that's it.
I don't know how old you guys all are, but I feel like life used to be good because I'm like on the cusp of being a millennial and a Zoomer. Like things were hopeful back then. Like, you know, Obama was a thing then. Like if you guys remember that, like yes we can, and like MGMT things were people were using filters on Instagram. Like people still post on Instagram. Like life was good.
I'm bombing babies.
I think post COVID and like post AI, it just feels like
has
everything's
swag.
negative online, and like you're being fed the narrative things are bad. You know,
it's a good way to look at things.
Beige suit.
You know, like every generation historically has always felt like we're doomed because look at all these youngins. Music sucks. Art sucks. Everything's collapsing.
Greece.
This sucks. We're cooked. What the fuck is going on? This younger generation is dumb. But you know, we have does feel like this time it is cooked. You know what I mean? Is it actually cooked, or is it just a part getting older? Because nostalgia, the beauty of nostalgia is that we're remembering a time when we had less responsibilities and everything was so amazing.
I was miserable and scared my whole life, by the way. Like I was never like I've always felt pessimistic about the outcome of tech. I think the only difference is that we had a lot of different mitigating forces in our day-to-day lives. So the idea of doom seeping in and becoming our sole input is like way more problematic. Because back in the day, like I would still like I couldn't. Okay, for instance, if I take a break later to go get a drink, I'm going to take my phone with me and I'm going to look at my phone and I'm probably going to open up Twitter real quick and I'm going to see something about how Clavicular has stabbed a man with his chin that he's made sharp through bone mashing. You know what I mean? And
somebody
got
to canceled. There's an argument.
And then I'm going to have to reckon with the fact that he's probably making like $300,000 this month, and that's insane, you know? Because that's what we're rewarding on a social vector. And then the reality is that there was a time where even when there were computers, when I would step away from it, I didn't have a way to just like stay plugged in. You know what I mean? So I had breaks. I had like people who I'd go and I'd talk to, you know? That is significantly less common in people, especially young people, because there's so much to consume. I mean, even me, even your parents who are like playing Bejeweled all day and shit.
Yeah, I think
like
the digital age is doomed us. Yeah,
but the Zoomers are brought up in only this environment. Like this is all they know, you know. Like at least we had like that before, but Zoomers all they know is like clavicular, and they were worried about being frame mogged, like you know. But
they are getting frame mogged. Yeah, no, it's happening. You know.
At some point, can I actually share in it like kind of like a mildly schizo theory about Peter Thiel and clavicular?
I would love that.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Wait,
yes.
that's
I would love to
Charlie?
share a schizophrenic
Charlie,
theory.
for everyone in chat and maybe even on the panel who may not want to say it, can you go ahead myself? Who's Peter Thiel?
Yeah, I don't know who that
Peter
is.
Thiel, he is the creator of Palantir. He is a billionaire. He was good friends with Epstein. Palantir is a company that does a lot of like surveillance tech. And he is also a prolific transhumanist. In an interview, he was asked if he wants humanity to continue, and he didn't answer. He would refuse to answer.
Yeah,
he is also giving money to
provocative.
And I have a theory. This gets into the. You can cut me off, Wake, if I get too crazy.
No,
I think
go.
that
I
Peter
love
Thiel's investment in Clavicular is a transhumanist fascist
Has this been
plot
confirmed, by the
to
way?
turn everyone into
It's
turned
strongly
everyone
alleged,
into infertile, sexy, stupid twinks. That's my theory.
That's actually fire. I'm on board with this.
Yo, Oscar Show's about to go wild.
The thing about Clavicular is he is kind of an ascetic,
like the sound of that.
but not an ascetic
show.
in any way that we've seen before. Because like asceticism, originally it's usually a religious thing where you don't eat, you don't have sex, you kind of make yourself miserable for God. And now in kind of like the 20th century, 21st century in the West, you do that to prove your capacity for productivity. You don't eat bad food, you don't eat as much, you work out, you work a lot, you don't sleep, and you are doing that in honor, in devotion to capitalism. But what the fuck does Clavicular do? He takes steroids and meth, he is making himself infertile, he is actively destroying his body, but he's also an ascetic. He doesn't eat cheese, he doesn't want to have sex, he doesn't want to do anything other than frame mog. And this is kind of what gay dudes used to do, but there's no like libidinal drive behind what he's doing. There's no goal other than to frame mog and be frame mogged by straight men. And I think Peter Thiel wants this because I think he wants people to be dumb and fertile and sexy. That's it. I
think I've always kind of like veered in the direction of thinking that a lot of the whole like they want XYZ to be dumb is like I think that it's a more interesting theory than what my proposed reality is, which is that they have no incentive to ensure otherwise. So why would we channel resources into like bolstering education when we could instead reroute that into like military contracts that we then give to Planeteer to like create more products, right? I just think ultimately the idea of I always see it as kind of a zero-sum objective. I think that a lot of things are more the product of the pursuit of profit in the U.S.
How is this my topic, nigga? I don't stay locked in on Clavicular.
On X, for instance,
this is not my topic.
Is that it demands you consume. It is like, wow, look at how bizarre this is. Look at how problematic this is. Look at how this threatens your future stability and fear and panic on a mortal level. I mean, that's like the type 1 sort of...
wait, what'd you say, Rev?
Let's call
our innate driver. Yeah,
well, like, because you have like two different kinds of like evolutionary missteps, right? When it comes to like what kind of interpretation you can have of a harmful stimulus. Like a type 1 mistake would be like, oh, I am interpreting something that could be a problem, and because I think it could be, I'm going to avoid it, right? And then you have type 2, which is it's probably not a big deal, and then you go and you get bitten by a snake, you know, the rustle in the grass. We have been if we are to think about evolutionary psychology, which is a tenuous field, but like the idea that we would bias staying alive is pretty sensible.
Is he really destroying his body, or is he ascending?
The Clavicular is gonna this is what youth is. They're all people hitting their face with hammers, and no one's gonna be able to do anything. So why should you care? Stop caring. Stop engaging. It then causes you to keep engaging because you are terrified of what that outcome is. I just think that it's profitable to spread this fear. It's profitable to spread slop, not because they want to.
I don't even think we're on that topic no more. I think we somewhere else.
Knowing that it's terrifying. And they've figured out the sort of like math of making more money. Keeping you
Is it to
like,
enlarge
captive.
our amygdalas, essentially? Is that what you're saying? To distract us and freak us out to make money?
No, I don't even think
if you were a regular human and you kept your fucking word, dumbass rap, I would have done it.
They have found a way to monopolize your attention by convincing you that the world is imploding and that everyone is a Clavicular injecting, you know, estrogen into their penis to make it more shapely or something. You know what I mean? Like, I just think that that's something that they don't care what it is. They just like that you're eating it. They don't care.
Sure, so they'll just give you any consumable slop, and this is the consumable slop. You know, on the bright side, though, it seems like Clav doesn't really with Teal because you guys, my favorite clip ever of him, even though he's like a bad person, when that dude asks him, "Would you vote for Newsom or Vance?" And he's like, Newsom, Moggs, Vance. Newsom, I'm not going to vote for JD Vance. He's fat, and I'm like, so I know he doesn't with Peter Thiel because Peter Thiel is chopped. Like he's not mogging at all.
This is like, but what's fascinating is this is like medieval Chinese, like doomsday, like late capitalist stuff, where it's like, oh, we're now
so
obsessed
poetic.
with vanity and like
Big Mon
there's
Rap
the
just
only
gifted
it's not to the
5
ends of
subs.
sex, it's to the ends of social status, because it used to be that the outcome of sex was the thing that provided
I can't just
men
cut him off.
status. He's having a lot of sex, but now everyone is so patently under socialized and sexless from their chaste lives that they're sequestering themselves in their hovels in their parents' homes, just posting images of their face online, being like, I could if I wanted to. And now we're rating like a theoretical ELO in the sexual marketplace. That's what it is everyone being like, oh man, I bet he could a lot for sure. That's all this
I think a lot of them are just really gay too. TBH.
I have like a whole alternative theory is that like Peter Thiel just wants to clavicular because there's a whole other.
That's obvious. Well, that's obvious. Yeah.
He wants twinks.
Like
He
Peter
loves
Thiel's
twinks.
previous boy toy looks
Does
very
he want
similar.
to? I don't know if he.
I think he
Does he
wants.
Yes,
fuck?
he's gay and he loves
think-
twinks.
Yes.
I know he's
Yes.
gay, but I didn't know he wants to.
I love
I
twinks.
think he wants to fuck.
It's throwing me off. Like they keep saying, like, is he destroying his body or is he ascending? Like I don't. I'm confused. Like it's throwing me off.
He's
Well, to
objectively
ascend,
destroying his body by
one
using
must
domestic
destroy his body
steroids.
first.
Well, because ascending has nothing to do with function or ability or even attraction. It has everything to do with meeting what a bunch of nerds online have created as like the pseudo math of attraction so that they can make sense of why people wouldn't them when they were 14. Like it's the most tragically autistic thing to me in that I really do see a bunch of people who didn't understand the social nuance of why it wasn't appropriate to ask Rebecca to prom in the middle of math class, and then they go online and they're like, everyone's they only want to date Chad. Why is that the case? You know? And rather than understanding the nuance of rejection, they decided that it must be something I can build a system for. So they went and they were like, in ancient Greece, the statues look like this, acting as if there's not a total like breadth of different reasons.
I like how you put that together, Beeler. What you say? Say it again one more time.
Oh man, that's too much for me, bro. Shit, you know.
No, I'm saying the little last sentence you just said.
I said everybody want to make some money, man, but who really out here trying to make a difference?
Like he's spitting though.
And that's why they have like these Riz classes, looks maxing. Oh, say this, do this for this amount of time. I'm like, bruh, just talk to her like she's a person. But the thing is, like, they don't see women as people. They just see them as like equations to be solved. Yeah.
I love that because now they can just fake news it. That's cope. You're coping.
It's regaining power. I read the New York Times article of Clavicular. At the very end, he says like, I don't even want to have sex with this girl I'm on a date with, but it's about the thought that I can have sex with her if she wants me. Like that feeling is good enough. You know, I don't respect her as a person, but like that's good enough to win that accomplishment. You know?
Yeah, and it feels kind of like it is. Not to go back to like ancient asceticism, but the idea of defeating your own flesh. And that is what elevates your mind to a kind of like divine level, is if you can defeat your flesh. And like he's defeating his desire for food, for sex, for anything. He is becoming neutered.
In pursuit
of by the meth. Experiencing ego death then?
No, I mean,
I think
it's
it's the
interesting that
law
it's like
of equivalent
antithetical.
exchange.
So guys, like, I mean, this is
the law of equivalent
this
exchange.
Is wild. It's very intense and complicated. What do we do to fix this? What's the solution? What's
I legitimately think that there's just a dearth of mitigating influences because it's not as viral to like. That's part of why I started this podcast. Not to like, I don't think it's possible to like contend with it, but I think like, okay, like I want to get a bunch of people that I think are generally smart and interesting and like funny and create like a non-sterile way of discussing the nuance of shit like this that like encourages people to think differently than whatever like the slop is. And I do think that like, yeah, because like, for instance, like what Nas was saying earlier about how like he doesn't believe in like cold approaching people. And the fact that having a conversation with someone is seen as a cold approach is to me like demonstrably, I think it's terrible.
Yeah,
I think that's like one of the worst outcomes socially I could imagine is that we think that like connecting with people is like an assault.
Yeah, I think I'm a loser.
It's sad to me.
I might just be a loser.
Well, you're not a loser. You are conveying something that is the direct artifact of like a culture that has taken incel, like not even incel tears, like a lot of like narratives around like hating women, right? If this like, all I did was say hi and she screamed at me and threw a knife at me and called the cops and tried to cut my penis off. And you're like, really? Is that what actually happened? Like, but people are consuming that, right? Of like, why would you talk to me? Don't talk to someone when they're doing this. Don't talk to someone when they're doing that. It's like, no, to have like a human exchange with no expectation is always good, in my opinion. It is always a good and healthy thing. And I think it's sad that like, you're like a young dude who thinks that talking to someone that you think looks cool or has like a dope like outfit on would be like a cold approach. You know what I mean?
Hey, but you know what?
That's just cool.
When I was your age, I was incapable of talking to anybody. So, you know.
Same.
Yeah, I think I'm just a very shy guy. But I feel like
how did that change though?
Sorry?
Sorry, I was just asking, like, how did that change though? So, like, you say you were shy all the time. Like, how did you change out of that?
By going out drinking and talking to people.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you want the real shit, I hated drinking for the longest time, and I didn't want to be around. It was alcohol. It was going out, socializing, having a drink, and basically what it did is it got rid of the thing that told me. It got rid of the shyness.
I think she was talking to Seer, not me.
Socializing that I did when I went out and partied.
Nigga, I'm still shy.
It was something I could replicate when I didn't drink. Afterwards, after doing it for a while, but I wouldn't say that that's the healthy way to do it. That's just the way that I ended up experiencing that.
So bring back alcoholism, Seer.
Yeah, pretty much. I think that there's a way that you can sort of exercise that social muscle and push your comfort zone and understand that there's nothing bad happening, and the worst she can do is say no, but nothing bad is going to happen from this conversation. It's not the end of the world, and you'd actually be surprised to see how many people are willing to actually talk.
Oh my God, dude. Like, I just want to add to like what you're saying there, that like there is a legitimately value. Like, Nas, how often do you like party? Like, how often do you like go hang out with people, like go see friends? I know that now you probably do a lot because of streaming, but like before.
Oh, like, okay, so I didn't always live in LA. I lived in New York, and I would never go outside. Like after high school,
really?
I would
New York
never
is
go
so
outside.
social though.
I don't know. I would
that
talk
is the
to.
best city.
I'd only go with
the
my
world
friends.
to date in.
I'd only go out with my friends. It's because how I grew up in a friend group. So inside the friend group, we just talk to each other. We wouldn't go talk to randoms, I'd say.
Were you guys like a physical friend group, or did you talk like on Discord?
No, both. It was like physical. Discord. We'd go like hoop sometimes.
Okay, wait. So you had boys, but you guys wouldn't go do things.
No, we would, but just not like with other people. Like we do it with each other. So I'd say we probably we didn't grow up the best, because I know them since middle school. So it's just like we didn't get used to meeting new people. We just got used to each other.
Were people like your age in your school? Like, were they like organizing? Were they throwing parties? Were they doing things on like a larger scale?
I don't know. I was like I did track, so that's all I would do after school, just track.
If you were a successful athlete and you didn't know if there were parties, then like I don't think they were happening that much. Like,
it was probably lame.
Bizarre.
It was probably lame.
Do you guys think this is so? I know that I lived in Portland for a couple of years. No one talks to people there. It's really freaky. You go out, people don't talk to people they don't know. California, where I grew up, everyone talks to people they don't know, especially when you're out. You make new friends all the time. Maybe not deep connections. You'll probably get each other's number, never speak again, but you talk to people. Is that, I don't know, I'm not familiar with New York. Is that the norm? If you guys have traveled, if any of you have traveled to New York, is that the norm there? Like, do people speak to each other, or is this, because I'm wondering if it's generational or if this is just.
Well, I live in New York City. I mean, I think it's an incredibly social city, but I think probably the most social city because it's walkable. Like, especially when I got here, the amount of people that like, you just vibe with a girl once at a party, and like she'll literally actually follow up and be like, "Oh, I want to invite you out for drinks." Like, I like their vibe. Whereas I feel like in LA, people say like that, but they don't really follow up on it for sure. Like they just say it for niceties. Whereas on the East Coast, we actually mean it. But I will also say, like, Nats, I assume you're quite young. You might just not have gotten to that point in your life. I think when you get post-college age, people always talk about how do you make friends post-college? It's so difficult, all that.
Wait, what do
you realize
mean?
that like everyone wants friendship as much as you. They feel as uncomfortable as you.
Yes, dude.
inviting people out, like extending that olive branch, and you just kind of have to bite the bullet and do it, and you get used to it.
Oh, bro, it's such a superpower when you become the like sort of like social instigator, because you realize that everyone
the social chair of your adult life. Yeah,
it creates a snowball effect when you take a little social initiative. You'd be surprised people open up so easily, and
I'm confused.
Is like the thing, because when I was growing up, I was also super antisocial in college. I was just tired of like not being invited to things and not really having a lot of friends. So what I would do, my anxiety was so bad, was like sometimes I would write a script before I have to call people or like initiate conversation. So I just forced myself, like by making simple conversations, let's say with like customer service, like when I was buying something, or I would make a goal of like, talking to one person a day, even if it means like just asking, hey, how are you, to a stranger. And I think just going through the motions of like exposing yourself to that and not being scared of like what will go wrong, that will kind of set you up, because I feel like with most things in life, you just need repetition.
Chat, what's that
like,
thing
you
called?
just need to do something as many times as possible for you to get the probability of like a success.
It's like
all prejudices and limiting beliefs.
Therapy.
Yeah.
I call it exercising a social muscle. You know, if it's weak
like
and it's uncomfortable at first. It's like going to the gym, right? And you're
bro.
like, God, this feels horrible and it feels awkward. And then eventually you're just like, you have your routine down.
Like overwhelmed when I was in LA for the first time. And I don't think it's because like maybe I just grew up in an area where people like we say hi and stuff, but like everywhere I would go in LA predominantly, but like most of like the US parts of US that I went to, it's just like I was so I wouldn't say uncomfortable, but like every time I would go in the elevator, they would like, it's not even small talk at the, I mean, it is small talk, except it would go on to like so many different things. And I would just be like, okay, if I'm not streaming and I'm just going in the elevator or whatever, I would pretend like I'm listening to music. I'm not listening to music, but I feel like
that's a good method.
It got to a point where it felt like too much interaction for me.
I think it's
really okay.
So
Interesting.
I have like a very severe resting face, and people don't speak to me in public. Kiko, you are so beautiful, and you have such a kind face, and I feel like that's
You're very
going
smiley,
to.
Kiko. You are. I'm like, you seem very
friendly, mocked
all the
like
time.
I would feel comfortable speaking to you. Like I wouldn't be like.
Thank you.
You look like you would respond, and so I think the key you got to look crazy. Like you have to look just look insane.
Well, that's also the thing, is like to like give people indications that you're even receptive to conversation involves you like kind of like, you know, having like smiling but not smiling too much, making eye contact but not staring. It's like there's a whole weird like, I don't know, man. If you aren't super just like socially intuitive, there's a really off-putting map.
They gonna
to,
say,
like,
notice how they didn't say that about
people, you know,
like, bro,
like especially when it comes to like eye contact and stuff. Like I remember that being the hardest thing for me. It was like, oh, is this person like looking at me because they want to talk, or do I look weird, or like, do I smile at them? And then I'd smile like, oh, I smiled too big. That was I looked insane.
Yeah.
Just
I don't even know where to look right now. Like I'm looking at the bottom corner of the screen, like the black corner, because I don't know what to look at like right now.
Yeah, I'm still kind of scared of eye contact.
I'm afraid of virtual faces. No, I think that it's I don't know, man. I think it's really interesting, but I do think that a lot of it can tie back to like, and Leechy, I'm really interested in your position on this, because you like worked in marketing for an alcohol company, correct?
Did you talk about?
Yeah, well, my main client was an alcohol company, but yeah.
And the read is that like, because Gen Z's drinking rates are down like 800% to millennials.
I know they need to drink more. I'm like, what the? I'm the only one drinking.
But I think that what's interesting is that
more
than drinking, I think that like, okay, this is my
rapping
theory
her chat talking about some stay beautiful,
because
Kiko.
they stop congregating. I don't necessarily think that they're still having parties and not drinking. So it's not even that I think they necessarily need to drink more, but I think that it's indicative of their not, and also alcohol could also just becoming untenable. I mean, back in the day when I would go out with people, it would be like everyone would get together and drink, and they'd do that before they'd go out to bars, so they didn't spend an inordinate amount of money. But I feel like there are layers of like organizational labor that people are avoiding, because it's maybe they were afraid of rejection. Like maybe that's become a much more common thing with people who like went through high school online for a couple of years, you know, like maybe they're formative developmental windows that just don't teach you that it's okay to talk.
I think COVID cooked us for sure. For one,
Nas, go, young man, go.
I will say before like freshman and sophomore year, I was very like social. And then COVID hit, and then that's when it was more clicky with the friend group, and I didn't really talk to other people. And then I come back to school, and then to me it was just nothing but like track and people at track. And so I was just
what an interesting time to have experience
for 2 months.
Felt like I
Built
lost
an
that.
IPSS called the podcast girls supposed to put input, not mute up.
That's
Clubbing as a whole is on the down. Yeah, people just aren't going out. It's too expensive and it's not as popular. Like the social ritual is gone, you know.
SGR, think for the 2 months.
Yeah,
I just
so
feel
the
like
cookouts
people
were in a
are
recession.
really like judgmental about drinking now. I feel like more and more I'm encountering
purity
people
culture?
who are like, yeah, they're like, yeah,
Clean
I don't
girl
drink.
aesthetic. Yeah, clean
And I'm
girl
like,
is up.
Okay.
Yeah, those
Clean
people
girl,
that
can you
demonize
explain what that is?
partying and
I'm hearing
kind
clean
of.
girl. I'm
I
not in
think
your
it's
algorithm.
kind of like, I think it's a bit similar to like looks maxing for men, but for women, I think it was like a big thing a few years ago where like the peak aesthetic for girls was like no makeup or very minimal makeup, going to Pilates, not drinking, like not smoking. But now I think after the Charlie XCX Brat album, I think like now Brat maxing is up, like having a cigarette, going out again. You know,
so it's like Y2K is back essentially.
Yeah.
It's like
living
more
life is
presentational
kind of-
diva.
Yeah. But
I
back
think
then
it
it was
comes-
very important
oh,
how you portrayed yourself, like looking
Interesting.
clean and like, you know.
Well, I think part of that's back now because now trad maxing, like people are saying, is back. And there's a lot of like, you know, like for example, the popularization of Nara Smith, all that clean girl aesthetic. Oh, I'm too good to party. I just sit at home with my boyfriend. I would never do anything like that.
To the uninitiated and chatting in the panel?
I feel like,
Nara
you know,
Smith.
trad wifery is so back right now on social media. Maybe like the men in here don't understand that because it's not on your algos. But I feel like there's like this vibe now where it's like, yes, all I do is sit at home and cook for my family. And, you know, I would never want to go out or party or drink or ew,
Pure
people who have
performance.
over two
Oh my God.
bodies. Exactly. Yeah. And it's been, you know, for example, really interesting. I was watching a fashion essay on this too. Like skirts are getting longer, clothes are getting more conservative. It's always tied to a recession in the country that when conservatism rise, women's clothes get more covering. People want to go back to these traditional values where times were good. And instead, you know, they just tell us to look for like a group to blame, like immigrants or something. But yeah, I think it all ties in that COVID too. And I also
economic splendor like leads to expression ultimately, right? I mean, like I think that like
the
way that we
and we don't
subsidize arts
have
and feel
we don't
free
got
to do
the
other
splendor
shit.
right now.
But it's interesting that it moves like you're describing, right? Where like when things go south, we almost are like intentionally re-inhabiting something. It's not as if it's more economically sensible to start dressing conservative, but that these trends start to arise when we feel as if some kind of like the capacity to be maybe like superfluous to just do things because it's cool is no longer
I think people
tenable.
think like it embodies a time where things were better. Like they have rose tinted glasses looking back, being like, oh, back in the day it was simple, it was stable. We could buy a house for $12, all that. So
you know what?
I like a control aspect, like a way to feel in control of yourself when times are so uncertain and scary. Which I guess
I'm paying
that is actually
attention.
the exact same
If y'all
thing as
didn't
wanting
laugh,
to
bro,
go
that
back
means
to
you're
a
not
time,
paying attention, bro. Why his glasses
like you
off
were
now?
saying,
Y'all don't
Richie.
even know.
yeah, I'm like, girl, it's fine if you want to be trad. It should just be a choice. Like, go pop your pussy if you want.
So what's our take then? Like, do we think that Gen Z and Gen Alpha, they're nerds, need to go drink? Like, what is the prescription if you were to think like, and for those who are in it, like, I don't know, man, like, nah, like, I don't know what the you think. Here,
Wait,
man,
maybe
but,
there
like,
is like maybe this whole maxing thing, and maybe it's just people saying what they're doing. These are groups of people saying it's not a global international movement.
It's
everyone's
upselling.
doing it. Maybe it's people just saying what they're doing. They're like,
Their
oh,
preference.
I'm gym maxing, I'm looks maxing, I'm trad maxing, and these are just people saying what they're doing. But it doesn't mean everybody's doing it. Maybe there's a sample size of people who aren't being documented. They're actually going out and doing things, and they're not part of any of this
I actually want to build on that because one of the things that it really bothered me was that when I got back from Japan this last year, South by Southwest was going on in Austin, and that's typically like a very bloated, busy time in downtown Austin. And I was like, I've been doing IRL stuff. I have the tech now. I'm gonna go check it out. It was dead, man. I was there on like a Friday night, which should have been one of the biggest nights of South by, and the streets were empty. It felt worse than like a Thursday would have felt when I was in college.
You just weren't invited to the party.
Well, maybe, right? But
The
like I
big
went to
one.
like 3 different regions, like 3 different like drinking districts, and was just like really like distraught at how vacant it was, and I couldn't really wrap my head
said
around
I'm
it. Until I
mute
started seeing
maxing.
more of,
3
like,
word
you know,
maxing. Like
what was
shut
being
the
said about like
fuck
drinking
up.
culture and partying. It's just
Yeah, I mean, I know Vegas is also like literally like, guys, please, come spend money.
Well, that's because
guys.
Vegas sucks. I don't want to walk through 8 miles of like old, dilapidated men and women on penny stocks. Just
that's what old people want to do
to
have a sense of glamour. But younger generation sees through that.
Why is gambling's on the rise too, man? Like, is it just a matter of desperation?
Gambling from home.
Nas, let me ask, do you have a sports betting account?
I did Prize Picks back then. Yeah.
Like, okay, how common is it with people your age?
The whole friend group was doing it. We had like competitions on who could make more money.
Dude, like we had Rock Ali?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had him on last week, and he was saying that like he was like gambling when he was like 16, using like his sister's account, just being like, yo, can you like put this?
Literally.
Like, it's crazy to me. Like, what's the drive? Why? Like, why did you decide to do that? My friend gambled too. Don't get me wrong. It's not new, but I'm just like, what for you happened?
Well, shit, I don't know. I think at some point in the group we saw this like trend, like the parlays and like people talking about some, bro, you f***ed up my parlay. Yeah. So like, I think that's what got people into it. And then one person got it,
really,
and then we were like, yeah, I'm gonna get more money than you, and then just like things like that.
You guys ever do parlays on like horrific, weird?
No.
I don't Crystal Mommy, like
I don't even know what that is.
Just like anything like really dystopian or.
Nah, we kept it on.
Oh, like are you talking like prediction markets?
Yeah.
That's new though. That's like brand new. That's weird beyond measure. Like, was that a?
Yeah, I'm wondering like, did they do that? Like Kalshi.
No,
what is the other
new.
one?
That's new.
That's crazy. I don't like that, man. I saw like you can people are betting on whether or not Christ is going to return.
Well, gambling is so highly addictive. Like even like the winning gives the same adrenaline rush as losing, and I think I don't like gambling because it scares me. I lost $20 at a slot machine.
How make it NSR look stupid?
Upset. It was crazy. So I've only gambled once in my life.
Kalashi, that shit new.
But it's like having it in your phone now. Like a freaking like little
Kalashi, that shit new.
Whatever that you can play when
it'll
you're
ping
bored.
you. It'll be like you haven't put in your picks for like that's crazy.
You don't have to go to like the
like,
seedy, creepy casino. Like if I don't know, I lived in Reno for a time as a kid. It sucked.
I'm so sorry.
Like every gas station.
I've been to Reno. It's heinous.
God, it's horrible. It was horrible, and it was awful. But like just every gas station, the casinos are gross and crusty. No one wants to be there. It's not glamorous. It sucks. Like and. Now gambling looks kind of glamorous instead of like a skeezy weirdo thing that like old men do. Like I'm not a fan.
And it's easy, guys. You can do it from your phone here today. Use code WILDER, guys.
Let's go ahead and pull up the ad, guys. Can we get the wake ad on the screen for us?
Anybody can do it.
I got together all of my favorite people on Twitch to announce a new initiative I'm starting here, guys. That is wake.com. All right. You can give me money and say what you think is going to happen, and I get to keep it. It's a very exciting thing. And if you get it right, I'll say, wow, that's crazy. Thanks, man. But I'll read it out loud. So, you can do that at any point, by the way. Just following the links there. I just think it's a really weird kind of poison, and I wonder to what extent it's like correlated to like the fall of any civilization. I wonder if there are like upticks in like general betting prior to like the collapse of like opulence.
Bro, the moment has passed now, bro. I can't say it no more.
I want to
say it no more. The moment passed.
Yeah, I feel like I said I was going to start gambling more in 2026.
Yeah, like disproportionately, girls don't really like to gamble.
Yeah, I'll start then. That sounds good now.
Hell yeah. Well, like we could gamble in like a light way, like Genshin Impact.
When you win and lose. Sign me up. Yeah. I need that.
Wait. If you were to get like a gambling deal, would you take it?
I've been offered 4 gambling deals in 3 years, and I've turned them all down. And but my first ever sponsor was like a 20,000. This was right when I had first had like views, so I was like a sub 1K. Like I just like it was right after the first Camp Canute in 2022. I had $10,000 in debt, and I was offered $20,000 to do a poker ad, and I turned that down instantly. I don't give a.
With that money,
no, I'm going to be because here's the reality: is that you are never going to be paid beneath you are never going to be paid more than what they calculate they stand to gain from your audience based on industry trend. So I, for instance, have been offered money from companies where I'm like, oh, this is 10 times my going rate for an ad for virtually no labor. I just have to kind of associate myself with your brand, and you're offering me 10 times what I typically get paid. What you are doing to the people that you are broadcasting that product to is completely morally reprehensible. I don't care, because the people who are finding it are in no way, shape, or form like you or me, who are be like, maybe I tried a couple of times and then I lose, and I'm like, whatever. They are the psychologically vulnerable lot who will lose their world on those websites.
This is why I fuck with Wake, bro.
Doing it. That's why it works, bro. I'll never give I don't think a lot think through how evil it is.
I've been offered too.
Everyone who takes the money.
I think at least 5 or 6 times.
I don't waver on my position on how villainous
but
it is.
If we're being fair, I'm still yet to do one
really
sponsor.
Successful creator and you make a lot of money already. What the f are you doing?
Like, especially like the stream.
What are you doing? Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if you guys. Sorry if you guys have gambling deals.
I don't. I've been offered them before, but it feels.
Wait, why are we putting? Why
I just keep thinking about like what if that's like
Rainbow offering you $100 don't count, nigga? It'd be like
probably
some random like
if that's
shit.
or if that's
but
like,
I've never like replied.
like, and it's I can't. I have too much anxiety about accidentally making the world a worse place, I think, to do it, because I just think about people losing everything for it.
They also can't get what they like. It's the only product that, to me, you can. So the reason why I think it's such a problematic addiction is it's the only addiction that you can convince yourself that you can addiction your way out of. Right? That like, oh, I look at the consequences of gambling. I'm in debt. I stole my mom's car and, did X, Y. Eventually, you're like, if I just hit this one big win, I can get it all back and then I can quit, which like you can't really have with other things like drugs or alcohol. Granted, a lot of people be like, I really need more. But this idea that I'm ready to quit and the only way I can get out is if I keep engaging with it is really unique to gambling. And also, like, at the end of the day, you don't get the product out of it. Like, at least when you go and you buy heroin, you get heroin. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, you do. You do.
That you are, and I'm not saying that it's better to do heroin than to gamble, but I think that this idea that you are paying to have the possibility, the very small chance of getting money back is insane. I guess you're paying for the thrill, but the people who are real addicts, I mean...
Like I say, you don't lose anything until you quit.
Would you guys hold everybody to the same standard? Because, like, an example, somebody like me, like I'm a much smaller content creator. Like a sponsorship could really help me. Like I'd be like good and set for a year. So like, would you guys hold people to the same standard as somebody who doesn't really like quote unquote need the money? Like if I had like a Zyn sponsor, like I wouldn't like turn it down as quickly.
I'd take a Zyn sponsor before I take it.
Yeah, I think a Zyn is fine.
I was just curious if you guys hold people to the same regard, or is there some type of like different moral standing, or
I don't. I think I would have a lot more, because like I'm a broke, so it has been so tempting, but it's there are like, I think gambling is just one thing, but there are definitely other ways that I have and will kind of compromise what I'm comfortable with to get by, and so I don't really blame people who are necessarily in that situation.
Yeah,
like, but if they're like rich, I'm like,
100%.
How much more do you need?
I have a totally different stance on someone like for instance, it's been really common lately in like the old World of Warcraft streamers. It's like old game. A lot of their audiences are leaving, but they're getting paid a good amount to do it. It's like I at the very least understand that there's a degree of personal desperation involved with their ethical concession. But when I see a dude like Lacey taking a weird ass whatever that dumb card pack gambling deal is that he was doing in broadcasting that feels like a weird like NFT loot box thing, that to me is like, you are printing money every time you go live, bro. You do there's just gluttony to that. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know if a lot of people understand exactly how problematic or harmful the product is. So I try to give leniency, not like condemning everyone as being patently evil.
Because it defended. Like, nigga, I don't even know what that is.
It's an evil product. And if you understand that,
I don't even know what that
is. And you have like social and financial mobility, then like you're insane. Like I just think you're insane. I think that is deserving of condemnation.
Yeah.
But like,
all right, look out for my state code in the next month.
What I think is crazy is that like gambling has become more popular, and I guess I don't like the word degeneracy because I think it's kind of loaded, But you know, like a
You
very
said-
very
You don't be on it. You don't got internet, like nigga. No, but I dead don't got internet. I don't be. I don't be on the internet like that.
Yeah. It's kind of sucks and is weird.
If I'm not streaming,
it's like, you know, gambling is on the rise, but people are, you know, they're not doing fun things. People are doing less fun things.
Can you go spend that on an old English and like you just go?
Like, oh my God.
Go hang out with 3 of your friends and play Edward 40 Hands. For the love of God, I would much rather you do that.
Jesus, like
because we're in like a recession, so they see it as like a way to improve their material condition. Like, what can pussy do for your material condition after 20 minutes? You know, you're still poor, but
the spiritual
wealth.
That's
very fair.
I know, but people don't care about spiritual wealth anymore. They just care about money, showing that they have money, pretending they have money. Oh, sad.
I'd rather have
I'm with you. I agree.
It's interesting though, because I feel like I was like raised in these sort of like this ascetic kind of aesthetic of it all. You know what I mean? Of this idea of like minimalism and minimalism being exalted. And I still think that that's more or less in affect of people being like, you don't need to have things. It's okay that you're poor, which is all it was for me. I made like no money and I had like 3 shirts and 3 pants that I just washed every 2 days. And that was it. You know, and I liked it. I liked that I had so little. But when I look at it, it's like
I have to get more water to average
to what
more sips. I have to average more sips.
Turning as things become increasingly desperate. To what extent now is it, you know, more of a social priority to show that you're wealthy? Because I feel like there was a period of time where it was seen as like uncouth, you know, like you had to like be more reserved with your money.
Yeah, I've never felt about like being embarrassed about being kind of broke until recently. That's a new thing for me. I've always been like, whatever, I don't make money. Like, I'll figure it out. But now it's like, I'm like, it's weird. I've never felt.
It might be that
before.
I'm like in my 30s now, you know, that I'm like maybe I need more money. But like, do you feel weird about being broke as a 20-year-old, Nas? Not that you're broke. I'm just saying, like, you know, growing through it, you know. You were nodding your head a bunch about the broke stuff, so now I ask.
I like that.
No, I
was broke until I was 27, bro. I'm assuming you're broke until 21, but you are a very successful and good streamer.
No, you're not. You're not wrong. I'm broke as hell.
You also have 2 twin mattresses in your room that you share with another guy, so I'm just assuming.
That's a lifestyle choice. Yeah.
It's
like, did you feel like shame about it, especially before streaming? Like, was it something that you were like, because I never felt that way as a kid.
Well, growing up, I had jobs before like most of my friends, so I had like I wasn't like broke in like growing up with like you know what I mean, like with the friend group, like everybody's individual
like a young
money.
Man. Yeah.
So like 16 individual money, I wasn't broke as my friends.
So you're saying you always had bread, like you?
No. I'm not saying I always had bread. I'm just saying like now being around like rich like people, like yeah, I'm broke, but like
dude, okay.
Growing up with my friend group, I had a job and like before everybody else, so it's like.
Well, it's like streamer broke is a funny thing too, because like the disparity of what you and someone you're very close to makes is like, I don't know if there's a job where you can have like proximity and engagement with someone who's making like 1,000 times what you make. You know what I mean? It's like a very
like I'm living with 2 millionaires. Yeah, Yugi and Arky in the crib and shit.
Yeah, no, it's a dizzying kind of premise. So like, but I wonder, is that like a social pressure that like people your age are feeling of like they need to like show that they have money and that they're wealthy?
Me personally, no. We let people know. Dope. We let people know that we're grinding. At least. Like I love like every opportunity I get to show somebody I'm grinding. Like I'll do it. So like.
Okay, that's good.
It's
all about the grind.
Have you seen the OSCS crib? Like we take pride in being broke. Because we broke, but we trying to. We broke, but we trying.
Yeah, it's also like, I don't know, you're 21. You should be your lease. You know, that's like what you do.
I was still playing with Legos.
2 of the houses I lived in college, they got condemned after. Like they were like, we're like, we can't live in this anymore.
Yeah, I think wealth shaming is coming back too, which I'm very happy about. Like shaming really, really rich people.
Wait,
like you guys know the whole Becca Bloom thing?
Not everybody be just saying they broke.
Oh, a lot of people covered. I think even like Hassan covered. Pretty much, she was this girl. She went ultra viral. She has billionaire parents. Her whole thing was just wealth content. Like, look at me. opening my 12 Hermes bags. And for a while, like she got Vogue coverage, everything. They're like, she's doing rich white, right? Why is it right? I don't know, because she speaks softly and she seems nice. But then people eventually started calling her out and they're like, girl, f you. Like your parents are billionaires with some sus-ass business. Like shouldn't be doing rich right, like building schools, building libraries, not being like, oh my God, I spent $10 million on my wedding. Like,
you know what,
so
dude?
when the tide turned, I was like, yes.
So we're talking about this literally last night when we were driving back from Dallas.
How the f you get invited
no
to
one
this?
likes to pretend as if they are busier than someone who has a ton of family money. Because they're so used to having to like perform to their wealthy parents that they aren't useless. So everything they do is going to be heightened like 10x. They're going to be like, yeah, you know, like I'm
until they call him broke.
That's what we're doing. And he's like, yeah, making like stupid YouTube videos. Like, you know, I'm a director and I have big production meetings, and that's talking to a dude on Discord. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, you choose a profession like you would if you played a video game, and you get a LARP in that until maybe you make something out of it, and hope your parents are proud of you. And if you don't, and this, your whole world revolves around this. If you
getting to LARP for that long is crazy.
I know, and you know what? You just got to keep doing it. And maybe your brother's more successful than you, and you're just like your whole world is collapsing, not because you're broke, but because the one thing that maybe you kind of wanted to LARP at and become successful at didn't work out, and your dad is upset. You know, that's as bad as it gets.
I think it has to do with everyone wanting desperately to be socially affirmed. And I find that to be the most like earnestly uplifting thing about even all of the muck on online spaces, is that even when people are performing the identity, they're doing it because that's what they're getting social validation for. And so like we have within us, I think, a very pure mechanism that is easily misguided or corrupted. Like we want
feel like you're watching a podcast and reacting to it.
And
bro, I'm putting my input when I got input,
like, wow,
bro.
I like that guy. I want them to be around. It just can lead us to really dark places when certain influences are there. Like I don't know, man. Like, do you guys have, like, what do you feel most affirmed for as people? Like what makes you feel the best, like socially, when people are like, yeah, this is good and I like that?
When I'm getting domed out on a yacht.
Dog. Yeah. Anyone else getting domed out on a yacht?
No.
What does that mean?
Getting fellatio. Yeah, domed out. Yeah, you're getting sucked up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Okay, so no other yacht goers. Got it. Okay. Sierra, you might be alone.
That's what it's all. It ain't nothing like being a Monaco like that.
Look, you got that 36-year-old money here. This is a very young and hungry panel, Sierra. You're kind of flexing.
Yeah. No yachts yet.
I think it's very validating when people think that I'm funny, because I don't think of myself as a funny person. So it's always like a really pleasant surprise, because I'm like, wow, I have just accepted that maybe I'm not that funny. So when I make people laugh, I'm like, oh my God, yes, I did it. Yeah. Thank fucking God. Whoa.
And I also think as a streamer, that's a premium. That's like an important thing. Like I never cared much about whether or not people found me to be a funny person until I was streaming. Like I was like, if I made you laugh, cool. But I wasn't like, oh, that's an attribute I need to inhabit, you know?
Oh, sorry, Charlie. You did make me laugh when you were on the whatever podcast with that whole
yes.
Oh yeah,
I'm sorry.
So I didn't realize that was you.
I would never thought we'd be in like the same social space, but I forgot what you said exactly. When like, what did you say about that dude's wife? I forgot. Like,
baby daddies, 3 baby daddies.
Yes. Yeah, that made me laugh. I showed that to my entire social circle. I'm like, check this woman out. I'm just like,
I'm so honored.
That made
I just
me
want
laugh.
to say that what you just said is the whole point of the show, and it makes me so happy that you were like, I never thought I'd be in the same social context as you, because I was like, there are so many like awesome like 1 to like 2.5-ish thousand viewer streamers who are so dope, and like they can all come together and bring their weird different communities here. I'm just stoked. But I just want to say, total side note, I'm glad everyone came together for this, because like it's
she cooked
so
his
cool.
ass.
Like,
Who got
I'm very
cooked?
happy with it.
I'm gonna say another really validating social thing is I had never
who got rage baited.
I think because most of my content has been kind of I used to do more of a titty streaming thing, but now I'm kind of out of that. But a lot of it was just very like Tolkien.
You took to the clock.
Based and nerd stuff. And so
I accidentally made a face. I had to like nod.
Wow, you're hot and you're smart. You're not like those other dumb whores on Twitch. And I'd be like, well, I don't like you saying that. But ever since the Andrew Wilson thing, for like the first time in an internet context, women have been like, good job. And that makes me feel really good, because I'm like,
yeah, the girlies showing up.
That, yeah. I like it when women say I did a good job. So thank you.
Good
job.
No, I also want to say, like,
thank you.
this idea that it's complimentary to anyone to be like, you're not like those other X, Y, or Z's is wild to me. Like, I hated whenever, like, so Senna became a really popular streamer like a couple of years ago, and everyone was like, she's not like these girls that has to show her tits to get viewers. And I'm like, yeah, but like, there are women who show tits who are also awesome and funny. Like, this is an insane criteria. Like, you've Madonna whore this whole industry in a way that makes no sense. Like, some people are doing it.
About seeing boobs.
Yeah, what like that's what I don't.
Yeah,
when did
they'll
we
beg
become...
to see it, but then they'll demean the women who show it.
Well, because again, I think it's because boobs are reflective of in the technological age an enormous amount of social mobility that they feel they don't have access to. It's that it's a very desirable and easily consumed thing that can take a woman that they felt maybe 40 years ago they could have economic control over and give them agency, autonomy, and so that's up to them. But also, like, this idea that like that's a power intrinsically is insane when power is contingent on you like sexually appeasing some weird dude. Like when I modeled, for instance, like the whole thing, and the reason why it didn't, like, I mean, well, it didn't work out because honestly, I mean, you got to be it's
not my topic,
but like,
I'm not commenting.
I ended up leaving after I was at a couple of shoots that were like, oh, it's clear that I'm expected to let this dude touch me. Like, that's what this is. You know what I mean?
What?
And the whole premise of like, yeah, but like you can get things because of this. It's like everything's contingent on you making a concession that feels invalidating or like to only have people want to look at, talk with, or engage with you because of one thing isn't intrinsically empowering, and it's also something that isn't real power. It's contingent on you making someone else happy. You know what I mean? That's all it is. Yeah. So I always hated that when people were like, oh, like this, just show your tits and you can get X, Y, or Z. It's like, yeah, but like that's not power. That's borrowing power from powerful people who want to see your tits. It's like a totally different thing, you know?
And you have to balance that with the suffering because dudes are weird and mean.
Real flex, do a flex. Let down your hair. Yeah. Let down your hair. Lift
no. Now, I'm chopped and old now. Hold on. I'm going to bring in expert young person here. Lee, you're on the broadcast. Raquel Lee, how we doing, bud? Okay.
Yo.
You got that. Okay. There we go.
What's up, niggas?
What's up, baby?
What's up? What's up?
What the f*** is good? All right. So we've been talking here. We've been talking about how you young people are nerds who don't drink or party. You don't drink or party, do you?
I get stoned every day. What the hell? What the hell?
Yeah. Listening to your favorite Uzi album and getting high in your room is not like that's not partying.
Look. What I'm actually thinking about doing, I'm thinking about revamping what partying's all about because I feel like the name partying really got ruined by people like Epstein and Diddy. So
I don't think that's what took the hit, but go on.
I really feel like, by the way, Leech, you look beautiful, by the way. I just had to throw that out.
Oh, thank you.
My fault. You look beautiful today. But I really think
can we give compliments to everyone on the panel now? Can we say one nice thing about them?
Ew.
Maybe something they put effort into?
There's two ugly creatures I'm looking at, and they're both black over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nigga, you are chopped.
Hey, chop right.
No, he called you chopped too.
Me? I didn't mean he chopped. I like the polo shirt. I like the polo.
Thanks.
Wait, you want to hear?
Okay, there we go.
CYR. That's a fucking doll back there, man. That's a.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I love the aesthetic that you have with the houses, with those doll houses.
Can I just have a compliment on my appearance? Like, that would make me feel better. Like, everyone else got appearance based.
Okay.
Can you please objectify me, please? Like, for a moment. That'd be really
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what I'm talking about, bro.
What they been talking about?
Nigga, I don't know. Bro, they use it. Bro, we was on clavicular. We was on.
You want to see it?
That's what I'm talking about.
Literally the economical state of the world. Literally. I'm lost, bro.
Your hair as well. Just as much as I like the hair. I like thinking that there's hair there. Like, and knowing in my head. I have confidence that you're not bald.
Thank you. I also like your dimples, Coco. By the way,
bro, he literally came here to Riz, bro.
I thought you said nipples.
No.
Oh yeah. I got called broke.
Wait.
Yeah. Wake up on me, bro.
I thought you said it.
He was
It
was random as fuck. He was like, so no, it's like, how do you feel about like just being broke?
Those of you guys who weren't here for episode one,
I was like,
episode one
bro,
was a lot of teaching Lee how to
right, but
give a
but like,
compliment to
you know
a
what I'm
woman.
saying?
It was a very exciting thing, and you know, he came and showed for nothing. It was great. Awesome, go. Appreciate that.
Wait, did y'all?
One more person.
No, we ain't do nothing.
True.
I was rage baiting for like fucking hours.
Bro, I want to hoop, bro. I got my sub here, bro. He subbing me up.
There's no hope.
Yeah. You're like a shooting star. You look stunning. Beautiful.
Okay.
So kind of you. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Great. Well, welcome in. Arky, welcome to the show. How you doing, bud? Good to see you.
Hello. I'm good. Welcome, everyone. Hello.
Generally present. That's dope as
Yes.
Arky, you just recently went to Thailand and you hung out with Kiko.
Oh yeah, Kiko was there in Thailand. She's super cool. And yeah, it was super fun. But I got destroyed out there.
What'd you learn
still
about
recovering.
Thailand?
I learned in Thailand, the way that they say thank you is kakukam. Kakukam.
Okay.
Kakukam.
You're like, what the?
Oh, kapuka. Oh, my bad. Yeah. I was close.
She tried just.
And I learned that they're
they
really good at
probably
Muay
got
Thai.
it.
Yeah, I'm learning they're really good at Muay Thai. They have beautiful scenery, a lot of islands.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just super nice. It was just like a beautiful culture. And they drive
Love
the
the
pek-peks. They drive the pek-peks everywhere.
Moped?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pek-peks. Got it. Yeah.
Pek-pek.
Do you want to? You can tell them, Kiko.
The little scooters. The scooters.
Like
You
a
know what I mean?
moped. Like a moped.
Yeah, like a moped.
Yeah.
The tuk-tuks.
Oh, tuk-tuks. Yes, tuk-tuks.
What the fuck is that?
You're talking about the what, like the tricycles with
Yeah,
the with the
Yeah,
seats?
the motorized tricycles, and there's a million of them on the road.
Wait, did you get
What?
scammed at all?
What is that?
Ooh,
Did you have
scam.
did you have like a scam that you got roped into at all?
No, I think I was pretty good with like not getting scammed.
They're honest people.
man.
Wait,
Yeah.
what the hell?
Oh no, I got scammed hard a couple of times. Like,
You
they're
got
fun.
scammed?
Like the scams are like fun to negotiate. Like I remember I was with a friend. Really, my friend got scammed, but I was with him. Where like they were hanging outside of major temples, and then they'd be like, "Hey, by the way, you can't go in there because of your outfit. You know, just so you know, like you can't." I'm just trying to be helpful. It's like, oh, I didn't know that, but like, yeah, but I know a place we can go, and then they'll like take you to like a much smaller, objectively less like opulent looking temple. And then they'll be like, by the way, I have to go like get gas, and some dude will come out and tell you about how you can buy these cool suits somewhere, and then they take you to a suit shop. It's called Thai Fashion Week. It's a whole like you can Google it. It's like a common scam.
Okay.
And that was actually really fun because it was like a journey with like different checkpoints. I felt like it was on a GTA mission. You know, like they were like planned NPCs, and they were all charismatic, really good at their job. And then at the end, you get driven there, and you're like, I'm not buying a suit here. And they were like, you gotta just go put on a suit. And you're like, I'm done. And then they get kind of mad, but they drive you back. Like no harm, no foul. They'll take you home. It's an expensive trip, but it's fun. It was like a Disney ride.
Oh wow. Yeah. No, yeah. One thing I didn't get to see the nightlife out there. I didn't get to see the nightlife. That's what I wanted to see. So yeah.
You want to see the nightlife?
Yeah. Like,
when have you seen any nightlife, Arky? What?
Yeah, I don't be going outside
all day.
Yeah.
You're another Zoomer who doesn't party at all.
No, I don't party.
You're on that Gen Z.
I partied with Arky. Arky, we partied one night.
No, you partied and Arky was there.
Yeah. It was like that.
yeah.
But we should all party one day. I'm not like everyone here. We should all party one day. We should get lit. You know, for one time.
We should all do shrooms.
Shrooms?
Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, we're doing shrooms, guys. Who's doing shrooms? A big shake of disapproval up above. Charlie, what's your objective with those?
No, I can't. I don't disagree with shrooms. I can't do them.
Why?
I can't. I'm a little genetically predisposed to schizophrenia, and I'm so scared that if I touch psychedelics, I'm gonna like permanently my brain and be insane for the rest of my life. So I don't touch it.
That can happen.
I know. I have some schizophrenic people in my family too, and I was okay. It just made me think a lot of people are really annoying. I don't really like shrooms. It's like people would laugh. I'd be like, that's grating. Please.
It's like the new party
my
drug.
house.
I thought
They're more
something
like
you
sit and be inebriated drug. They're not like
I think
lit.
you could party on mushrooms 100%. I think
I
mushrooms
did
are
it
awesome.
one time. I experienced like ego death. Like I couldn't move from the mattress, and I was thinking like I'm in hell. I'm in
How are you gonna
Dante's
frame
Inferno.
Mog? How are you gonna frame Mog with ego death? Like no Zoomer's gonna want to do that anymore because they need to Mog.
Yeah.
I know. I'm past like my prime. It's too late. I can only handle weed and like a beer.
What's the hardest drug everybody's done?
That's right.
What's the hardest
Because
drug?
weed and a beer are usually consistent.
Weed and brews,
Shrooms
weed
aren't
and brews,
consistent.
life for me. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Totally.
Wait.
Yeah. What up, Doug?
I've never done drugs before. Do you think I should still try them all or no?
Hell yeah.
Bro,
yeah,
why not?
Well, I think you should run the gauntlet. I think that you should have a subathon with different like goals where you then do you don't just do the drug, but you stream yourself like finding it and like buying it. Like so you have to go source it independently.
That looks a good idea.
Yeah.
Wait, I have a question.
Wait, Arky's like that's good content, by the way.
That is good.
Which is Gen Z.
Please don't steal it.
Nah, I'm about to do
It
that.
doesn't matter.
Nigga, I found out about it at the same
Arky will be
time.
the one who is acknowledged for it either way. You could do it, and if Arky goes on to do it, no one will care that you did that. That you will have no claim.
Aren't you guys self-conscious of what you would say though, or how you would act on shrooms? Or no,
Yeah, I feel like I might be racist.
Nah,
Wait, do you mean
what?
On stream?
On
That
stream.
means you got that dog in you.
Effect of shrooms.
So that means you're racist off stream, dude.
No.
Yeah, just let it out. Let's hear
It
it.
brings out your real colors. That's true. Yeah.
Okay, now.
Have you guys ever had
in your
someone in your life like suddenly like maybe like an acquaintance or someone that you were like kind of like, oh, this guy's cool, suddenly become weirdly racist or hateful like randomly where you're like,
Yeah.
where was that? What the
Raph,
It was my stepdad's dad. It was my stepdad's dad. He was a lovely old man, and then he was just sitting down, and he's like, you know, Muslims are all our enemies, right? And I was like, what the
Wait, my father would say that too. What the? They're also Islamophobic. That's crazy.
Wait, who's your stepdad? You guys might have a little things in common here. You said you had an old as fuck.
No,
dad.
my stepdad's not like that. It was his dad, who's from like the middle of nowhere, Michigan, and just was like nice about gay people, about women, and then he just like flashbanged me with like the Islamophobia out of nowhere.
See, I think that's what you just described there is like, it's kind of like California sober, but for racism. It's like, they're cool with gays. They're cool with like, you know, they're like, oh, I love my housekeeper, Lupita. But then when it's like, but then you have to, you know what I mean? They got one thing. How have you harbored this your whole life? Why are you angry? What happened? But it was
one good session of Fox News.
One good. Well, to be fair though, I mean that's high octane media. That's crazy. I mean they've nailed it. They have half the world just like tuned in.
Nigga, I don't know.
What should we talk about next, chat?
They have like
I don't know,
like a death grip on the mind of every white boomer. It's really scary.
I think it's that they found a way to access the white topic. Like we were talking about, like they're printing out
clavicular how to
with like Mar-a-Lago aesthetic, you know, and they
how
a
politician wants him because he's gay.
I think it's
some
because
shit like that.
there was a time, I don't know if anyone remembers this. It's like
should
circa
be on the
2000
opposite
where
side
you
of
needed to really just be two things.
You don't want to be on the opposite side of these combos.
What do you mean?
And the bar was in hell.
Huh?
That's it. If you were a skinny blonde white lady, it did not matter what you looked like. You were hot. It's like we were playing like The Sims 1.
Can I do it? Can I send to be a Fox
Let me know when we gotta go outside.
You could do a right wing grift for sure. I mean, we all could.
Right now?
Yeah.
But you'd have to talk a lot about what the Asian community doesn't get, what they don't do. You know?
Yeah, I think you say down.
That's how they trust.
When is it
Well,
closed?
like you'd have to betray your people.
Isn't it 10?
Okay, I'm done. I'm ready.
We should probably go.
Yeah, no, I actually
Bye,
have a great
Kiko.
future. I'm not even kidding. Yeah, you can go insane.
Bye, like G. Bye, guys.
Are you
talk about how
Korean?
government lies to us?
Oh no, I'm
talked
Chinese.
about that.
I'm Chinese Canadian.
Oh,
Bro, we
sorry.
need this shit.
Oh,
That's some
I'm
good shit, chat.
Like,
Oh, that's okay.
I'm glad you're not good.
Oh, wait,
This
wait.
whole time.
I'm black.
I don't know how people think that.
could.
Wait, Lee, you're black.
Wait, you seen that clip of LeBron saying, "I just want to live"?
I just want to live.
Go on.
No, I haven't seen that. What happened?
He was like,
yeah, I'm black, and I actually say quite time to time that I haven't been canceled.
they were like, what do you plan on doing after your career? And then he was like,
I just want to live.
I just want to live.
So what does that mean?
They were saying like,
whoa, hold on, we gotta ban this nigga. Oh, never mind. I thought niggas said start raising kids. Niggas said start raising Kiko. The nigga 2 feet now. Okay.
It's the Asian
Ethno-guesser?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's like strictly for like it's like specified for like Asian people.
Oh yeah, I played that game.
Differentiated.
Yeah, I played that in my own time.
I played it on stream once because it was sent to me.
Oh,
and
I gotta get topic.
Where I got on a hot streak, and I was like, wait a sec. This
it's gonna completely throw off the conversation. I don't know what the they're talking about right now.
You know what I mean?
No, that would be like that's like
I never know when to jump in. That's the thing. Like, I never know when to
you gotta make my choice. You gotta go back. You
racism. You know, like that's like I would be like, what's going on?
You have to really know how to identify like person in order to perform at that level. So, and I think that's bad. I think it's like when a white guy knows Japanese fluently and you're like, I know
too, because he listens to me.
I would never give my drink to a white man who knew Japanese ever. Like, stay away.
Wait. So is that a red flag? White guy speaking Japanese? Oh, Nas, go ahead. Do you know Japanese? You can answer in Japanese.
Nigga, what? No, I know Japanese. That's what I was
trying to say.
I know like a little bit. Like I'm 5% Japanese.
Yeah.
Kiko, why are you laughing?
Yeah. Oh, wait, you're talking about you hit him with the doko desu ka and then you pointed?
Yeah.
That was my... in Japan, I was a sumimasen main. I just said sumimasen and pointed to everything.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I swear... So, okay. Hassan and Mizkif and I did this stream with this woman who was like she was like a dance instructor. Yeah, but lo and behold, guys, there was a time where everyone... Okay, it's not like a shocking thing.
Last week we
can't just pretend that wasn't happening. If I go and I tell this story and I'm like, just Hassan and I, it's way weirder. So yeah, we all did this stream in Japan where someone taught us how to do a para dance, which is like a form of dance in Japan. And at the end, she was like, do you live here? Like you're very Japanese, because I'm so apologetic as like a human that the idea of me just being like sumimasen and like pointing to things was very organic. Like I was like, this is the best culture I've ever been a part of. Everyone's apologizing for existing and just being like, suicide. And that was the best compliment I've ever been given.
Wow.
To this day.
That's nice. Okay, so I have one more question.
And I don't know any Japanese. I was like, yo, I'm valid. Like, it felt like it was the equivalent of like being told I was valid. I was like, okay, this is cool.
I don't know what to ask. I want to ask, like, who's a streamer?
Is that why you're shopping there?
Like, I want to ask like some spicy questions.
What'd you say?
Spicy, like who's the streamer?
Oh, I just said, is that why he's house shopping there? Because like every day I see this man be like, oh, I can get this
someone who's not allowed to go on y'all
$3 in Japan. And
no, I'm over Japan. I'm over it. I hate to say it, but I hit my quota of Japan. I got.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you get race investigated?
Race investigated?
I don't know what they're talking about.
No, like we should. Who's someone that's not allowed on your stream?
Is that like the watered down version?
What's another streamer you'll never collab with?
But I feel like they're gonna go for the PR joke route.
I know, bro. Like,
no, come on.
It's like looking at my eyebrows, and
would
they're like,
love to-
"You might be a little not white. That's very suspicious." Like, it's
I'd love
creepy.
to open this up
Has that
to my.
happened to you?
I'd like to open this up to my non-white people, just because I'm interested in what you guys think. I don't believe that there's any universe in which you would look at me and think I'm not just really white.
Yeah.
Like I'm just all the white.
You're Japanese.
Nah, I think I'm gonna be honest. I think you're like 50%. I think you're a gatekeeper. I think you don't want to like, acknowledge that you're black, but you have a little black to you.
Okay, yeah. Got it. Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not trying to sound weird or nothing, but I could just tell you
keeping that I'm black for myself.
Yeah, you want to keep it undercovered.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, but I fuck with that.
That's.
But
I think you should lean into this. I think you should lean into this a little bit.
Like,
ever.
I think
but
that
my parents
I
are
think that
dead, so there's no way that they could track it, which is great. Like I could really just, in the event that it was believable, I could, like if I was like Lychee, I could just be like, yeah, I'm Latino. What are you?
Wait, Lychee. What's your?
Ah! I'm getting investigated.
Yeah, it's fine.
Ethnicity? What's your ethnicity?
Well, yeah. I mean, to answer your question and then to go into his answer, yeah, I as a biracial person, you get investigated every time you blink. I'm Vietnamese and white, but that means I'm Latina. When you're Asian, you're Latina in today's meta.
Have you ever leaned into
What'd you say?
Have you ever leaned into it just to like not have to have that conversation? You're like, yeah.
Yeah. So I went to a predominantly Black and Latina middle school, like 85%. And I used to go outside before I was a streamer and a wage cuck, so I was like tan. So up until like the last like half a year, everyone besides my close friends never even asked me. They just assumed
the subject
I
just
was
changes
Salvadorian, like all the Latina kids in my school. To the point where I'm not making this up. I got taken out of class one day.
Oh, you gotta
to an auditorium. I was like, why am I here? And they're like, oh, this is a
you gotta flip that
Latino student union. I was like, what the? I'm not. I was like,
Spanish?
Un poquito. Mi español es muy mal.
You should have
I
went
tried.
there and learned about it
That
later.
was suburban mom Spanish real
No,
quick.
no. If you actually test
Un
it,
poquito more.
my Spanish is not. It's not that bad. You gotta test it.
No, it was kind of bad. It was kind of bad.
Un poquito.
Un poquito. Let me get some chicharrones at the restaurant. Yeah.
Oh no, they are not ordering chicharron. That's not happening at all. That's not.
See,
there's tacos.
So there you go. But yeah, I just ran with it for a while, and then when it came out that I was Asian, they were like kind of mean to me about it.
God, you had to come out. That's why.
Announcement.
Because there just wasn't any Asian people. There are tons of Latina people. It came out because we were talking about, in one of my classes, we were talking about holidays our family celebrated. And somewhere on my thing, it said like my family was Buddhist. And then my teacher was like, she pointed at me, she's like, what holidays do Buddhist people celebrate? And then they like...
Hell no.
Made
You had a teacher ask you that?
Yeah. Because, back in the day, I feel like they didn't give a at school.
Like if I cut it right here, it's like I'm just cutting her off.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like, bro, I feel like an asshole.
That's
crazy. No, it was fine. Yeah.
Bro, I gotta take notes. I gotta make shit by myself.
I thought you went to woke high school.
I did go to Wokeland, but like it's like that happens when you're like later high school. All that. I feel like when kids are like 12, there's no filter. Like they're just saying.
Dude, speaking of woke,
it's just like pong in your brain.
Speaking of woke, what is one streamer you'll never do a stream with?
Ooh.
That you'll never collab with. Y'all
what?
want
You
to
never
go
do
down.
stream of?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She's like a streamer that you guys would never collab with. Like, y'all want to go down the list?
Oh.
You know what I just
Cocoa
want to
Buns?
say, as someone who is of a very different like history, I love how willing you guys are to go. What is a great clip immediately? Like those are questions in no universe I'd ask, which is why I would bring you guys on the podcast because I'm like, oh, I'd never ask that, but I will let you guys answer it. Go ahead.
Cocoa Buns, would you like to go first? We could go down the list.
Time to burn bridges.
No hard feelings. No hard feelings.
I have no enemies. I feel like is that like corny to say?
No.
PR.
You are in
PR,
where you are in your that's based. Have no enemies.
I will give it some thought. There's definitely people I dislike, but I don't really care. It's like I could still hang out with something I dislike. I'll be playing like mind games like the whole time. I'll go.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, valid.
You play mind games? You'll be it'd be great to stream.
Yeah, it'd be great to hang out, and then I'll fart a little bit. They don't even know like what that stink is.
Wait,
from,
what?
Sear's answer is apparently all of us. By the way, he's
shit.
left, so we're gonna go ahead and just skip him.
Yeah, he left.
Charlie, where's your line in the sand? Who don't you with?
Yeah, like who's a streamer that
So
you wouldn't
my
stream
problem is that I'm actually someone who avoids watching streams, just because it's like I don't have a good attention span for streaming it. And my problem that I've had in the past is I'll talk to someone, a streamer, and I'll be like, "Oh, you're cool," and then I'll get in trouble later if I collaborate with them, because I don't know whatever faction of people they're having beef with. So I'm really scared to collaborate with people because I feel like I'm always going to be in trouble. Wait,
The first person who ever platformed me was John
with
Zerka,
multiple
dude.
people.
Wait, what's one streamer that that got you in trouble?
Oh my god!
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, why would you ask that, bro?
Oh, my bad.
Why would you ask that, bro?
My bad.
All right, Kiko. Hello.
Okay. Yeah. No, like the idea that. I'd say that on the whole, if you're not super like, oh wait, did my shit just freeze?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
You look good as hell when you throw those. You look like you're mogging this shit.
Okay, well, hold on.
He's thinking.
We're having an issue. Small technical issue. What the fuck?
Can't believe Wake is
Bro,
freeze
you are
maxing
chopped,
all of
gang.
us.
Take off the Dewey, gang.
Y'all look like brothers, nigga.
I didn't. Yeah, she good. Yeah, she good.
No, my like internet's down.
Wait, bro,
It's
your
weird.
shit
I think
faded in the
OBS might be
corners.
crashing for me.
We can hear you though.
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah,
you.
I know. That's what's so weird. My OBS is just like
Oh, Seer
taking
back.
a
Wait, you think
nosedive.
you answer the question?
Oh yeah, he was.
Wait,
Oh no.
wait, Seer, you kind of got skipped, but we was asking like, what streamers would you like not collab with, like not f- with? Who do you not f- with?
Yeah.
Not boring people.
Okay.
That's a good answer.
I
Boring
really.
people.
Bro, what
I
about
don't know.
you?
Listen, anybody that doesn't act like I'm a weirdo when I like am just like being myself, I don't f- with. It's as simple as that. I mean, I can feel the vibes out pretty fast. I can read the vibes pretty fast. Usually it's not an issue because I can read the room. So I'll like tone it out a little bit. But
I mean, that's about it. Oh, also, bad people. Nobody on the list either.
On the list, no list.
Wait, what? Sorry, guys. This is
Epstein.
Oh, take me 1 second.
Why is this guy dabbing in 2026?
Wick looked good in his freeze frame.
Yeah.
Hold on. 1 second, guys. I'm trying to get my stream back up. Everything just totally. Okay, I'm back live.
Wait,
one's
Lee.
in chat if we're back. One's in chat. One's in chat.
Lee, why you copy Bruce's hairstyle, bro? You Bruce Baxton.
Okay. Wait, what's happening? You're Bruce Maxing?
Yeah,
Hold on. No. Build that out. You think that he's Oh wait, but you're saying that's a compliment.
No, it's cause he's copying Bruce's hairstyle, cause that's like Bruce dropped the mom's hairstyle.
What the fuck? I'm not.
So
I'm copying. I'm not leading. Don't copy nobody. What the fuck up?
You know.
Fight.
Really?
I will. I'll grab his play with his ball and pop him out of his mouth.
Dude. Homo maxing.
What he's doing is he's doing him because he's going to be all tired from having nutted so hard.
What?
And then he's going to be able to beat him up.
Wait, you thinking? You thinking? Just
yeah, well,
he doesn't even think about that. He just wanted to jerk you off.
Right? Yeah.
Wait, is this Fight Island? Do you guys know Fight Island?
Huh? Wait, hold on now. What are you talking about?
I think it's called Little St. James. What is it?
No.
That's just so late. We there, nigga.
We there?
Fight Island, we there.
Oh no.
Well,
So it's like a famous yaoi where they fight each other by jerking each other off.
That's real.
That's such an end. That's great. Wait, so who wins? Is it the person who does or doesn't come?
So the loser comes. You have to and they're like these super buff.
That's a winner to me.
How do you even find this?
Yes. But they all have like really perky asses, and they're all tribal leaders, and like each tribe has to send one dude to Fight Island.
Imagine coming and being
Like I said, that's ball now.
Wait, so Lychee, you read that?
I did grow up on yaoi, yes,
Me as well.
A sister after my own heart.
Nas did as well.
No.
It was do you guys remember this thing?
Lychee said she be stepping on people.
Biscuit.
Classic.
You know what that is?
Soggy waffles
Like,
is what I heard.
Like soggy whatever.
This is some Gen X.
Yeah,
Okay.
I heard some people in my college did that in my dorm. I didn't know it was a thing.
Oh, it's the coming on the cracker.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a biscuit.
Oh, soggy biscuit? Soggy biscuit?
Yes, one of my friend's ex-boyfriends did that.
What?
They still doing that? No, they still doing that?
Oh no, as this one right here.
I thought that was like an American myth. People actually do that.
Okay, I didn't.
But not. They caught us.
Actually heard it happen.
They caught us.
They caught you, bro.
Wild.
They caught you.
The thing is that the mechanics of it didn't really make sense because, like, the idea was like, okay, you get in a group, you get in a circle with your boys, you guys aim at a cracker and you jerk off, and the objective, I think, is to come first because the person who comes last has to then eat. Which to me is interesting because then it's a bunch of people being like, you're the least gay, and then you're getting like ridiculed by a bunch of people for being the least gay.
You're in a circle looking at each other.
Yeah.
Can you close your
the
eyes?
person who comes the hardest and the fastest there is going to be like the straight. He's like,
how you know?
He's the winner, but he's like, oh, you're still jerking off, you know, which is crazy. Go ahead.
Yeah, I knew the guy who ate it.
You gotta think about it though. Like,
she said,
I had a homie one time, and he purposely didn't nut. He purposely was like on soft. He ate all our nut.
Are you the homie? Like, are you the homie?
Well, he's not gay if he was like soft the whole time. So that's gotta be like something else.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm gonna keep it about. We put a video in the middle, so it's like we're not drinking off to each other. And I'm not gonna lie.
Wait, hold on. No. Wait, no. It's in the middle. So you are all jerking off like in like a cult circle.
God, she's so hot. She's hot, isn't she? Look at that. Oh, yeah.
Like your peripheral vision is surrounded by. You have a phone. It's a small screen. Your peripheral vision is just all penis. That's all you have. You're in a kaleidoscope of cock.
He's ready.
Yeah. No, but he could go get food.
It's kind of beautiful.
He could get food first.
How did? But
you're not gonna go.
So wait.
Yeah,
you're
we're
all
gonna get food and then we're gonna
like
back.
Yeah,
thing?
I'm hungry. I'm starving.
Yeah.
What's a biscuit? Get it right.
Oh.
No. He said we can leave.
Nigga, no,
This already too much.
Like gay at this point.
We're two people over.
All this?
So I know about this because one of my best friends in college, she dated this demented creature, and him and his friend group did that. I think it was easy. He nutted first, but he's also bi, so I feel like for him, he kind of was at an advantage, TBH. And then I know the other guy who was like his little in a frat, who's the dude who had to eat the cracker.
Oh, dude, fraternities are so gay. I love like
I think they're the gayest shit ever. They're so
like sports culture and fraternity culture is incredibly gay. I find it fascinating because there's like clearly a need to let some amount of nuance through your life. And it becomes so suppressed in the like they have to transmute it into like male ritual. You know what I mean?
It's the intricate rituals.
No, hell no, it's not.
Rituals to feel the touch of other men.
I'm saying.
No, exactly. It's fascinating to me. I mean, sports culture's the same way. Where like, good play. Like all the ass smacking.
Yeah.
I never even considered touching a man's ass ever until it was like, why am I getting my ass smacked suddenly? Like, this is like it hit like sometime in high school.
You're
Wilder.
Wilder.
Like, varsity sports.
Hey,
just getting
waffles later.
I'm getting spanked for doing a good job. This is weird.
You want
Well,
to
it
play
goes
waffles
back
with
to
me,
the whole
bitch?
lip smacking thing. Even they're gay too.
Yes, well, looks
they're all
like
gay.
just about a piece of men. It's a
They
piece of
want
male
male
gaze.
approval. The male gays,
Because,
they're
like,
gay as fuck.
Can I ask you guys something, like the women in the panel? When you guys like metabolize attractiveness, assuming it's to a man or really anyone, what is it? Because the way that looks maxing presents it is this very like kind of autistic reduction of attraction to a pseudo objective scale of like
I feel like if I just say,
you know what I mean?
Leech, you step on people, right? Like this nigga would just jump
trying
up.
to make it geometry.
Yeah, low key.
My experience of talking to people and asking, what do you find attractive? They'll be like, he's got like a really big nose. And he looks like a bird. Like it's just like random shit sometimes. What is like? How would you describe the last time you were like what has attracted you to people in the past? What would you say?
I have a very particular one.
What?
I like it when they look a little bit homeless.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, you'd love LA then. I used to live next to Skid Row.
Yeah,
you're gonna
Skid Row and just have
You're
gonna fucking feast all day.
Homeless, but like I like it when they
Highland Park,
like,
hipster or homeless. We used to play that game.
You're saying when it looks like they're hanging on by a thread a little bit, like they're just a little grimy.
No, it's like because I grew up in a place called Gold Coast, which is like next to the beach,
Say
and I
no
think
more.
like
It's Oz.
like I feel like I don't really care. Like I feel like it's attractive when they feel like they don't have to try. Like they feel like I don't need like you do validate.
You like bogan ass dudes?
You ready?
All I heard was, do you like burning homeless people? What you
What?
What the
I
hell?
said, do you like bogan ass dudes?
Oh,
do I like bogan ass dudes? I think it's a level of like self-confidence. Like it's not like they're like
that's why she was with Semi.
but it's just like
Is he like
I don't really
homeless?
care what you think of me.
Oh,
semi-homeless.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Aesthetic.
Yeah. So to you, it's
Same
this
with rap.
performance
Same
of
with rap.
indifference. They're like they don't care, and that's attractive to you.
Yeah. So like look maxing doesn't really work for me.
But here's my thing: do they have to be like good looking for that to work?
It's kind of hard to jump in, bro. That
I didn't want to.
Well, I think like okay, so I can't speak for everybody, but I have this thing where I'm in love with people's voices. So like everyone has their like own version of like what they find the most attractive. To me, it's like I love voices. So you could look like the most whatever, but like if you have the voice that just hits right for me, then it's like that's fine.
I know that Lee's about to get on the mic. Like, yeah, I totally get it. That's,
wait, lychee or lychee? Is it lychee
Oh yeah,
or lychee?
lychee.
Yeah.
Wait, do you still step on? Oh wait, lychee. Do you still step on people?
What?
Do you still step on people?
Yeah, I mean, I did that a lot last year, and it was fun. But I'm looking for a new bit, and then I walked to dude on a leash. But like, you always have to up the ante. So now I'm thinking of having like I don't know. I need like a group of men on a rickshaw to carry me around. at a point, like I just have to keep going.
No, Lee. No,
Dog
Lee
sled,
strong.
but men.
Lee strong.
Oh, a dog sled with men would be way
interesting. Yeah.
Wow, great candidate. Yeah. But no, I like, I feel like women like non-traditional things sometimes. I still want a man to be attractive, but I would say my weird thing, to go off what Kiko was saying, is I like when a man is a little gay. He doesn't have to be, like, he doesn't, like, I don't want him to be twink bodied. I think I like more of a twunk. Like, I still want to see, like, some notable definition. But, like, I want him to be, like, able to hang with the girls. Like, if you can't bring your man to brunch, he's fucking lame. Like, don't have him with me.
That's all like my friend
And he needs to
Raph.
have style, too.
Yeah,
like,
like
care
Raph.
about, his look, his clothes, all that.
Yeah, someone who has like an aesthetic sensibility. I mean, I'd say that you're a very like fashionable person, so like it reflects your value in that, right? Like you have
yeah, and then if he like kisses other men, that'd be great too. I've made every man I've dated kiss other men.
Wait, what? Conditioning. You were raised on this.
Yeah, I watch and they like doing it for me.
Oh wait, so you like watching? Would you consider yourself a cuck or
a cuck? Yeah. I'm only a cuck if it's gay. I wouldn't want my man to touch another woman.
In the same way, because that to me is like an electrician coming over and I'm a plumber. I'm not going to feel like that guy took my job. He's working with a different system. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I don't know that land. That's on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just like I don't know two men exploring each other's bodies, but I'll watch. That's for sure.
Yeah, like presumably Lychee isn't like made to feel like a loser in this context. Like she is enjoying it.
Yeah,
she's in power. So definitely not.
Yeah, I had like a bi-curious boyfriend in college, and he liked men, but like not enough to leave me for a man. So it was pretty perfect because sometimes we'd be out at parties, and I'd like watch him make out with dudes, and I'd sit there and rub my palms together. It was great.
Can I just say that I love the person who is clarifying what a cuckold is in chat. Cuck gets excited by betrayal, by the way. It's not the same. Because like I love the people who are, like, have like an encyclopedic understanding of a very
a very like silly concepts.
So
yeah,
I feel betrayed right now.
Oh my God, Christian!
It is true though.
Christian.
That is the case. Christian? Wait, Christian? What about
Christian's here?
Hi, Christian.
Hey, Christian.
Does everyone here know Christian? Christian's incredible. I'm a very big fan of Christian. If you don't know Christian,
how do I
mod shout out
leave?
Christian.
How do I like?
Also,
how do I exit?
Who's blonde guy? Is that Redify?
Oh yeah. This the threat. This the threat.
Hey, nice to meet you guys.
Yo, what up, dog?
Nice to meet you guys.
Yo, good to meet you. Yo, you can show yourself out. Say what up.
So wait, what are y'all talking about? Kinks?
Oh yeah, I'm bringing you back.
We're talking about cucking it up.
Oh. Nah.
Yeah. You ever sit in the chair a little bit?
Nah, never.
Well, we know someone who has though.
Yeah, we do know someone who has.
You ever heard of J-Dab?
Let's dig into this.
Or as Kiko likes to call Labubu.
Labubu? Okay.
You don't remember? Kiko, you forgot about J-Dab?
Call Labubu.
Kiko forgot about J-Dab.
You cut out.
Oh. No, that.
J-Dab? Wait, hold on. There's a whole lore here.
Yeah, J-Dab,
J-Dab,
he was a cuck, but he like changed. So now he has like 4 girlfriends, and he like cuck example was Kiko was in a bath of fries with Arky, and J-Dab was behind the camera just watching, even though it was on a tripod. He didn't have to.
I just want to say there's no greater sign of a secure person than going from getting cucked to having 4 simultaneous girlfriends.
Oh, he's him. And he's Mr. Viral.
Yeah.
He's Mr. Viral. So
I feel like cucking is like a lifestyle. Like you can't, like once you are a cuck, you cannot escape it. It's like a brand for life.
I think that cuckoldry is actually becoming like increasingly like I think that it's socialized into a lot of young people because I think that cuck porn has like really exploded as a genre, and I think it's actually had like devastating.
This nigga has had his
on like general like. First of all, I don't know. I can't speak for everyone here, but like this idea of like. The genre of cuck porn reaching sexless people has made a lot of people think that, like, because it's all male fantasy. It's like, this is a huge penis, and that's what every person is gonna singularly want. And if I don't have that, which is insane to me, and it's making a lot of dudes be, like, terrified of which makes them cucks because they would rather please someone by, like, never getting involved than to be embarrassed learning they're insufficient. It's weird.
Jesus.
Yeah, Lee.
So there's a bunch of small dick cucks walking around, basically.
Yeah, dude. Well, they're self-cuckolding.
They're gonna like it.
Wait, so
they're relegating themselves.
It's all small dick cucks these days.
So now I have a
they
question.
Haven't met the person who likes small penises, which they're out there. You gotta find them.
Yeah.
So now I have a question.
Anyways, Lee.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, not. I don't want you too. I fucking hands up.
Let's go to the person. How about this? Between the two of you, whoever thinks they have the best insight into being a cock or cuckold culture. Okay,
I think I got a better question.
Now stop on him.
Okay, so
go.
So I just want to ask, who in here would be down to cuck somebody?
What the?
But if you're
Are you talking about smashing it while the husband or significant other watches?
Yeah. Like who would be down to do that?
Well, I think that okay. So
How much are you offering?
Oh no, not me.
Who's the couple? Like, I don't know.
First of all, before people answer, you answer your own question.
Me? If I'll be down?
Yeah.
Well, me personally, it's just like nah, because it's like someone just watching you. You feel like, you know what I'm saying? It's like the sleep paralysis demon in the corner, just like watching you go to work.
Well, the streamer being uncomfortable about being watched is a really fascinating premise to me, because I feel like you guys stream so much of your lives that if you could stream yourself, you would. But like, one of the things that's crazy to me about this whole thing is that I think that it's a very naive thing to want to do, because you haven't had to deal with like the reality of how complicated that situation is, and that most people are going into it as like a last-ditch effort to save their relationship. Like, you haven't had to deal with like the dude not realizing how much it would come up, and then them getting divorced because of it, and there being a whole social fallout. You haven't had to be consoling a dude whose wife you that it's not a big deal and they only did it to make you happy and you insisted on it, and now we're here and you're weeping and like, I don't even know you that well. How do I pass this with you? It's uncomfortable. I met you strictly for this purpose. Anyways, yeah, Lee, go ahead.
Well, and also, sorry.
No, it's fine.
I was gonna say, I feel like there's also the element here of the wife losing attraction to the husband. After she sees how pathetic, getting the ick.
I have had to pee for the last hour, bro.
I think it's hard for most people to not get the ick. I think I would just be grossed out if the aspect for my partner was, I suck at sex and I'm a little weenie loser and you should be by someone better. Like, I'd be like, dude, get some, like, don't piss me off. Like, get some self-esteem, you know?
Stop being such a
It's crazy because in all of these dynamics,
in the corner.
It's with someone who's like explicitly wanting to you, and you're like, no, like that's what's happening. It'd be so much hotter if someone else did it, which is crazy. Like, that's porn. Like, that's porn in your brain.
And then you never want to sleep with the husband again because the other guy was better at sex, and then you're like, well, now I'm gonna have subpar sex with my actual husband. I just feel like that's crazy to me.
Isn't this the whole cuck like fantasy? What like Charlie's describing? Like, some guy in the chat who's a cuck is like, yeah, this is hot as fuck.
Yeah, well, then again, the definition is cuck is somebody who gets off by experiencing betrayal.
When Lee go to
hot wife, hot husband,
finally get his time to talk.
I think it looks hot when my
I might announce my leave.
Gets fucked. Like, they like
just to cut him off one more time,
but they don't want to be like humiliated. A lot of the times they want to join in it. And then you have the antithesis of it, which is like, I want to feel like you're ruining my life, which is pathologically, in my opinion. But like, a lot of kink is, it's just this aversion of like trauma into something that feels in control, I guess. But
is this common knowledge? This is my first time hearing about all of this.
No,
certain circles.
I've lived a lot of life. Lee?
Wait, before Lee goes, I would like to say that I'll be taking my leave right now. It's amazing talking to you guys.
Oh, no worries, dog.
It's amazing talking to you guys.
Guys, Mods, shout out Nas. Get his spam his link, guys. Make sure you go check him out. I actually have been a very I want to say I'm stoked that you said yes. I think you guys are awesome.
Thank
they're
you,
like
bro.
super like grindy, hardworking dudes, and all their content's like really nostalgic and cool. It's like friends like actually enjoying hanging out and doing stupid shit together.
Thanks, man.
And I think they're all up next. So if you guys like cool, like engaging, like real content, I really recommend you watch them. If you're an old frog who thinks that you can't enjoy it, you're dumb. I promise you can.
I will say this is also like my first like collab, so appreciate you, Wake.
Yo, you're dope as fuck.
Appreciate you, bro.
I'm really stoked you came out, man. Like, thanks a bunch. And if you ever want to pop on, you're always welcome. Just ping me like Lee did today, and you'll come on anytime. If you ever need content on Thursday, just let me know.
Thank you,
boys.
Huh?
Nas, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Can I join OSCS or no?